Friday, January 6th. That's right. It's the day that lives in infamy. Liberals 9/11. That's right. It's January 6th, baby. And we're going to have a banger of an episode today. It's Friday, January 6th, 2023, 2:13 p.m. And I'm late, of course, as you guys are aware of. Very late, as a matter of fact. And I apologize. 61 degrees and sunny here in California. But there's a good reason why I'm late. That reason is because I have a wonderful, esteemed guest here. That's right.
Do they need the weather?
That's right. I mean, they don't really need it, but I like
doing the whole disc jockey thing.
I always do that.
It's like degrees out here.
It's like a nod. It's a nod to like old school radio. You can come a little bit closer now. I just wanted to hide you when I was doing the intro. You got to see the how the sausage is made. But here's why I'm late, ladies and gentlemen. I'm late because Ethan Klein is in the motherfucking building. Also, a skinny legend.
It would never happen.
Skinny legend Ethan Klein is in the motherfucking building. Dude, your hands look big. Look.
Don't put it next to mine.
Let's do it. Here, high five.
I'm not doing that. Stop, bro. I didn't come here for that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm holding a can that is like the same
wrap
size.
Your fingers around mine like a cute fucking date?
Well, it's just like I'm holding a can like you are. It's like the same size can. Here, hold it up again.
No, I'm not doing that. I did not here for that. I'm not trying to have pictures and memes of this shit.
Well, you know. Enough. Okay, well, listen. Oh,
By the way, it is January 6th, and I'm happy to announce that we'll be rating that ass, rating on, that's what they said, the raid on Capitol.
Oh, my God, dude. I am so, what did I do? What have I done? You were so good on the podcast. You were so good on the motherfucking podcast, brother. I'm like legitimately worried that you're going to be bad today, I feel, okay?
But on the stream, because you think I gave you all my good shit?
No, bad as in like you're gonna be a bad boy, which is what you're known.
In trouble. What
yes.
Rules? Well, so the rules are different. What can't I do?
You can't say the C word on.
Can I make bomb threats?
No, you can't do any of the things that got you fucking canceled in any of the other places. Okay, you can't do that. There's not something you can do. Please don't do any of that.
No bomb threats. No C word. Anything else? I can't use this. The C word is not CUNT.
No, yeah, you can say cunt. You just can't say the other one,
the
saltine the beverage. Yeah,
that's so weird.
Turn his mic on. Get a little bit closer. I'm gonna try to like up your gain a little bit. People are gonna be incredibly annoying on this.
I mean, it's right up in there.
Yeah, get it all up in that.
My lips are touching it. I mean, I can't get any closer.
Here,
hello. This is a sound check. Ethan Klein coming out in beautiful Los Angeles, 73 degrees out here.
Your gain is so high now.
Sunny like there's Friday afternoon.
You're literally louder than me, I think, now. Like, there's no shot. I think this is perfect, though.
Traffic is light here today on the 101 freeway coming in here downtown.
For me, specifically, like, you nailed it, though. Like, I do that because it's like a nod to the old radio hosts, like broadcasters of the olden days.
They don't really exist anymore, but
I mean, they still exist. They have actually pretty massive fucking platforms too. Like Alex Jones is like a radio thing that's huge. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you hear about this Kai Cenat?
I did. We'll talk about it in a little bit. God damn, you were just.
I read it this morning, and
you're just cutting into the. You're like spoiler alert.
I'm a guest. What do you want? I mean, I'm here. You know, at least I'm not threatening anyone with a bomb.
Okay, that's good.
Just be happy about that.
You are performing well so far in comparison to your normal habits. So we'll keep you up with that.
By the way. Super troopers that are watching this, I can't do anything with their Amazon Prime, right? But you can give it to Hasan, so
true.
Do that. Keep it in the family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you could give it to me, I'd say, fuck Hasan, give it to me. But I can't do anything with it, so give it to him.
There's many benefits. They can avoid the ads at the top of the hour. They can avoid the middle of the hour ad break. That's a secret one, but we'll get to that in a little bit, obviously.
God, I'm so jealous that you have Amazon Prime, though.
This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, right? My personal news about what's going on in my life is for the parasocialists out there. So, I usually just give them like an update on what's going on in my life. What have I done last night since I ended the broadcast, and there really isn't much. I just ate some chicken.
Are you serious right now?
I played Valo with a bunch of your faves.
We really have a lot of time to kill on this shit.
What do you mean? What?
You're just like, I ate chicken last night.
Well, I was going to tell them that I played Valorant and I ate chicken and I won some games. I lost some games. You know what I mean?
This is like a conversation with your mom that like you owe her once a week.
Yeah. I mean, I do it every day. Yeah. Listen,
you do have a lot of time to kill.
I don't come to your show and shit on how you do your thing. I'm showing you what's happening.
You're right.
One of the other parts about this,
I've never seen it this early in the stream. So.
Yeah, this is literally the intro to the stream before we blast off and let the Normans know and welcome them into our
Hasan
homes.
Ate chicken, and I assume you're going to be eating chicken today as well. Right?
Yeah, I eat chicken every day. But also, there's another tradition.
The update is kind of moot.
There's another tradition. There's another tradition on this show, on this broadcast, that I also have to do. This is a once a week experience as we celebrate motherfucking Friday. Right? That's right.
It's Friday then. It's Saturday.
You've never
Sunday,
seen this before?
It's Friday then.
It's fucking Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, girls, and bees. That's right. It's the fucking weekend, Ethan. I know that, like, we usually work. I mean, I work 7 days a week, but there's a lot of people out there who pretty much watch me from work as they fake working really fucking hard. And for them, this is a celebration. It's a moment of celebration, a moment of elation. It's motherfucking Friday. That's right. Oh, he kills it. Mufasa kills it.
Yeah, I can't watch copyrighted stuff or listen to music on mine, so that's also a nice switch.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, I can't hear you. Say it again.
I can't watch stuff like this on YouTube because it has like copyrighted music.
Yeah.
Which is another thing I'm jealous about Twitch.
L.
I know.
Big L. Big L for YouTube. Big L for YouTube. Anyway, everybody, we have hold on. We have a wonderful, very special guest on the broadcast today. And he is going to be critiquing everything I do on my live stream. This is why he's here to just like shit on me. Anyway,
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
We played Valorant last night. I played adequately. I wasn't like incredible or anything. We got absolutely cumstered. There was one draw and one win, which was great. It was hard earned. It was hard fought. But I overcame it. I'm still watching the show that I told you guys about, Sıcak Kafa, Hot Skull, the Turkish show on Netflix, which is pretty good. It hasn't gotten like boring or anything. And that's it. I woke up this morning. It's a beautiful day. It was very cold earlier. It was like 47 degrees. I went outside. I worked out outside with my trainers once again. And then after that, took a shower and we did this podcast. That's what we're doing.
Else?
No, that's it. What about you, Ethan? I
woke up. I had some yogurt. It was nice. I looked out the window. It was a nice day. I said hi to my dog. He went out and he pissed on the lawn.
Hell yeah.
He actually shit in the far corner, which is unusual for him. That's what's interesting about that.
Okay. Seems like your day was kind of boring.
Oh, it's as interesting as yours.
Yeah, until you came over here and we did a banger episode.
Wait, I'm not done.
End. Oh,
and then I took out the trash because it was a little full, not too full, right? It was only medium full, but I thought, let's get ahead of this.
That's great. I'm proud of you. Okay, all jokes aside, how much weight have you lost? Have you been tracking?
Between 20 and 30.
I know
that's a big range.
Not to be your mom or anything, but like, are you eating?
Yeah. No,
you're very skinny.
Oh, stop.
I'm not even kidding. When you walked in, I was like, who is this man? Where is the rest of Ethan Klein?
I'm still obese. You know what I mean?
Okay, whatever. Obesity's a slur, Ethan. Obese is a slur. Have you seen that?
Can I slur myself?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you have the card.
So if somebody says obesity is a slur, what's the word that we should?
No. It's just fucking stupid. It's like Twitter discourse shit from yesterday that I was memeing on.
I'll tell you what I ate yesterday.
Tell me what you ate yesterday.
I eat the same thing every morning. I have a cup of Greek yogurt, one hard-boiled egg, and an apple, which is actually pretty nice filling.
That's it?
I mean, yeah.
What the fuck?
It fills me up. It's pretty good. And try to hold out for dinner. Then I can have like a kind of a bigger meal at dinner. Last night, Hila's mom cooked some bangin' Israeli style chicken, sweet potatoes.
Ooh, love that. That's healthy.
Salad. It was
That's good.
And I crushed that, and that was it. Then I called it a day.
I love that. Okay, no frozen pizza for you. You've been killing it. Have you been working out?
Dude, I haven't had a frozen pizza in like years. Okay, stop. This is a stereotype.
We literally had it like a couple months ago.
That was the last time.
We had it a couple months ago.
Dude, by the way, you are such a degenerate for drinking this, but I love it.
It's so good. It's crack.
Because I drink Coke Zero, and that's kind of like a classy. People think like, ooh, it's like nobody judge you. But Mountain Dew Zero is very good, and actually, does it have caffeine in it? One thing
it does.
That really helps
it has a lot of caffeine in it. Yeah,
love that. One thing that really does help with my diet is like diet drinks, because it's satisfying. You fill up. You drink liquid, which is good, and it's sweet, so you feel like you're eating something in a way.
I'm a big advocate for carbonated beverages like this. I'm such a huge fan. You know. Wait, someone said here in Australia, Macca's is getting rid of Coke Zero. No more Coke Zero because it's the inferior product. Macca's is McDonald's.
Fuck, dude, Australia's fucking literally upside down if you're getting rid of Coke Zero. That drink is the best thing that's happened this decade. I'm telling you, it's insane what they've done with Coke Zero. The best beverage. But actually, well, there's a lot of debate about if diet drinks are bad for you. And, I don't know if you know this, but we had this doctor, this talk doctor. He's a real doctor, really smart research. He does health research.
Yeah.
And he says there is no evidence that artificial sweeteners are bad or have any negative health effects.
That's crazy. I don't even know if that's real or not, but like my opinion on the matter has always been like, honestly, if it kills me, I'd fucking die.
It was worth it.
If I die, I die type shit. You know what I mean?
I find that so interesting. And it makes sense in a way, because I feel like there's a lot of misinfo about diet drinks. Like people say, oh, it makes you hungrier. That's not true. People say that it spikes your insulin or something. That's not true at all. So there's actually there's a lot of misinfo about it, probably because people are super into like appeal to nature, right? The natural thing is just to drink sugar. But this shit is way better than a sugary drink. Is fucking nice way to an early grave, So I'm all about Dr. Ids.
It's literally, I mean, the way I see it is like, I don't know if it gives me brain cancer down the line or whatever, but also as I discovered an OnlyFans girl that on several occasions has posted in front of leftovers and always on Ethan.
I want to see that.
There's a lot of, I mean, we can't, I don't think we can
You can
see
just
that.
show me though, right?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Anyway, regardless, it's time for our blast off tweet.
Yeah.
It's time for a blast off tweet. It's happening. Issue Productions in the building, and we have so much to talk about. GOP in disarray, Logan Paul crypto drama update, Adin Ross, Nelk boys Tate, talk about Andrew Tate, and I got access to new Valo map, so we're trying it later. Get in now. Here it is. We got a bunch of fucking memes for that blast off as well.
I think I'll download Valorant tonight.
Oh, don't do it. It's fucking crack, Ethan. Don't do it.
You think
Did you play CSGO?
No, I was a huge, dedicated CSGO player, like a lot. And I was pretty good at it.
Okay, then you're going to love Valorant, and it's crack. Yes, we'll talk about Hasanabi as well. Yes. We're going to be talking about Hasanabi as well. Here, blast off. Here it is. People don't understand, okay? Like, Logan Paul, Nelk boys, and like GOP in disarray does not belong in the same sentence as like Hasanabi, because like Kai is a relatively new content creator. This is literally for like the broadest audience, okay? Like we're bringing in people that are Themasius, thank you for the playlist. No, those are roses for DSA Rose. It's Mike from PA Central.
You sure they're not prolapses?
No, they're not.
Maybe they'll become prolapses. Can we get hearts in the chat? They're prolapses now.
I mean, it's
Rose.
Mike's rose emoji. Anyway,
it literally looks like Howie's prolapse, like really a lot.
Yeah, the Kai thing is much more serious too. Exactly, it's like a super serious thing that I'm like, this is like more joking way of covering a tweet. I'm not gonna be like, trigger warning, rape happened, and we'll get to it in a little bit. Just shut the fuck up, okay? We're gonna get to it. Here, just retweet it, like it.
I can hang out for a while.
Oh, you do? You have time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
I told you, I put aside a whole fucking day for you, bro, just to show you how much I care.
You did give a lot of time to Bradley Martin, and I've been to his compound. It's like very fucking far. So like the fact that you traveled over there, and you got cameras put on your face and stuff. After that, I was like, you better cameras.
Oh,
yeah. You
bro,
better
I'm giving
fucking.
Him more. I gave him like 2.5 hours. I'm giving you the whole fucking day.
Hell, well, of course. I mean, I think I deserve more than.
And then never ask me again.
We love Bradley. We love Bradley, but I feel like I deserve more than.
No, you do, and you're gonna get it. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. I love you. By the way, I'm looking at the subscribers. Can we hit 70,000?
No, don't.
Why?
No, we don't do subscriber runs. I already have too many.
Troopers.
It doesnll matter. I already have too many subs. Like people are gonna fucking cancel me.
It's Fooper Troopers, Amazon Prime. I mean, it's free. You don't have to spend money.
If they want to, they can subscribe to.
Can I say this? Don't pay for it.
Yeah, sure. You can say that. Golden Lamborghini, thank you for the 10 gifted. The Jin, thank you for the 10 gifted as well.
Yeah, don't pay for it. If you've got it free, that's great.
If you have a free Amazon Prime connected to your Twitch account, you can use it here if you would like. Okay.
If you would like.
70K, this guy's rich? Wait, I mean, dude, you can see it. You just have to write exclamation mark on my fucking chat. My sub count is public.
Oh, shit. It just. Oh, wait, sub points.
That's sub points. It doesn't, Least annoying vegan, thank you for the 10 gifted as well. Exclamation mark sub count, not just exclamation mark.
I can see it. I have a live view of it.
Yeah.
69,928. Is 70 a big milestone for you? That's a lot.
I mean, I don't really, at this stage, I'm so fortunate that like I don't really pay attention to the sub count in any capacity whatsoever.
Well, I think you got to be one of the top, right?
Yeah.
On Twitch.
I've been for the past like 2, almost 3 years. I've been in the top 5 pretty much.
That's crazy.
Yo,
you're 3 away.
Yeah, we did it. We reached it. Okay, stop gifting. Stop gifting subs. Okay.
That's so cool, you guys. Thanks for supporting Hasan. I mean, not that but like 70,000. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I think it's so fucking cool. I'll always say this. I have so much respect for what you built, that you actually made lefty politics popular. Not just popular, but like you're one of the top streamers on Twitch. And I think I see that, and it gives me hope, right? The landscape is dominated by conservative politics.
Oh, yeah.
And when I saw what you're doing, I go, this is
yeah, people.
I don't want to sound like a douche, but it's important actually. I think it's important and valuable to make being a lefty on the internet cool. Right?
I think. Well, you see it that way. A lot of people see that and go, "Why the fuck it ain't me?" Or "Fuck this guy." Let's find a way to like tear him down. Which is why I usually like don't talk about my accomplishments in that regard, unless it's like a public one. Which is this community is one of the top 10 gaming live streaming creators in 2022 internationally. We are at the number 5 slot.
What the fuck? XQC?
XQC has such a large audience and constantly streams.
The amount.
So this is basically like hours watched. I get
it.
So he has 224 million hours watched. Gauls has 161 million. eBay has 108 million. Aaron Play has 100 million, and then I'm there with 81.4 million. They're international content creators, so like they're like.
So you're the second. XQC.
I'm the number 1 U.S. Streamer.
Whoa, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Because XQC is technically Canadian, which is good for me. I guess.
Worse, he's French Canadian.
True. Yeah, but he doesn't even he doesn't speak French nor English though. He just speaks Pepegan, his own language. So it's like in a league of his own.
He speaks in stroke victim.
Okay. Well, we're starting off hard here. All right, oh my God, this motherfucker's gonna get me banned, bro. I swear to God.
What I can't make fun of stroke victims.
Yes, you can't. That is definitely something you can't do.
Since when is stroke victims a protected group?
It is. It literally is. And like,
what?
You can't make fun of disability stuff like that. You just can't.
That stroke is not. It's like
technically it would be. It's not cancel culture. It's like Twitch TOS, guys. Okay, that's it. You can't do that. Yeah. It's a term service violation. Okay, so
about stroke specifically.
Yes,
you know that?
please. Let's move on from this. Okay. Please, let's move on from this. I'm being cautious.
To all stroke victims out there.
I'm
here. This one goes out. God, all stroke victims. I'm going to speak loudly and clearly. We appreciate you, and I'm glad that you still have the motor functions to watch this show. Okay. We're very proud of you.
Okay, all right. What do you think about this tweet? I mean, this is one of his absolute all-time greats.
It's so
absolute fucking banger.
Well, the funniest thing is that he's like a known Diet Coke addict.
Yeah, I know. Me too. He's just like me for real.
I think it's one of the funniest tweets ever. I mean,
I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke, which
awesome. Such a great line.
Himself. Okay. And then the Coca-Cola company is not happy with me. That's okay. I'll still keep drinking that garbage. I love that shit. Yeah. I love that.
He's
fucking
awesome. No, he's funny as shit.
Yeah. Ethan, there's a lot going on the planet. Okay. I was shooting a podcast, so I'm actually oblivious. Maybe people in the chat can update me. What is the latest on the McCarthy saga? The House was supposed to reconvene at 12 a.m. Eastern earlier this morning. We are at round 14. Okay, that's crazy. The House will adjourn at 10 p.m., and Kevin says he has the votes. Got it. Thank you, Themasius. Let's take a look. Let's start off with that a little bit because, that's not live anymore.
Can I ask you something?
What?
I've been kind of following the whole House debacle. Other than it being embarrassing, is there... I guess I don't understand the significance. Obviously, it's embarrassing and they're wasting time, but is there something more dire consequence beyond that I don't get?
Well, not necessarily because, as I always say, the Republican policy is pretty much aligned across the board. There is fundamentally no genuine difference, in my opinion, between Kevin McCarthy or any other fucking speaker of the House that they would potentially put in Kevin McCarthy's place. The only main reason why Matt Gaetz and everyone else is pushing for this, the gang of 5 or the 20 holdouts, the never kevers, as I like to call them, they're doing it for personal clout, and also some of them are Tea Party guys that love obstructing, and I think they're just obstructing too much. They're so used to obstructing the process that they're obstructing their own process. But the one major component of this conversation, I guess, that would be unique is that the never kevers have made demands that they want a speaker who will not raise the debt ceiling, which is symbolic at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because America defaulting on its debt would be insane. It would destroy the global economy, and that chaotic thing is unheard of. Pretty much, it's sometimes utilized as a weapon by Tea Party guys that are we want to cut government spending. That's why we're doing this, to flex their muscle. But they're basically claiming that this is, something that they want to, this is something that they want to achieve, is they're holding out.
I guess it just kind of underlies that the party is not unified, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Which is hilarious because they have a slim, right? No. The House of Representatives has always had an issue with the Tea Party guys. Originally crafted and constructed almost entirely by the Koch brothers. This coalition of hyper right-wing anti-government libertarians are pretty much the real life version of, have you ever seen Parks and Recreation? Ron Perlman. Mm-hmm. They are basically Ron Perlman, a guy who's I want to end the government from within the government. Not Ron Perlman, sorry, Ron Swanson.
The boss, yeah.
Yeah, not Ron Perlman. Yeah, Ron Swanson is the guy sorry. I don't know why Ron Perlman is on my mind right now. They're basically Ron Swanson, libertarian guy who wants to destroy the government from within. So they behave like that. But of course, that has like real life consequences. So it's silly and dumb because it would like ruin everything. One clip I want to show. Oh, fuck. I wonder if I can find it. There was a guy. I saw it on the Majority Report earlier today. There was a guy who basically was talking about his own constituents. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'll give you a perfect representation of like this kind of politics and how fucking stupid it is. Okay? And why it's incredibly idiotic. All right, here it is. So they want to make sure they cut the spending, okay? They want to cut spending. That's like their overall goal. Why do they want to cut spending? Nobody knows. Nobody really understands. But here, this is the clip I wanted to show you. Okay, here.
Just not expressing what he thinks he's expressing here when he talks about what his constituents want.
2 years, we have lost our way on spending, printing too much money at our central bank and spending here in Congress like drunken sailors. This bad policy palooza has gone into overdrive in the past 2 years with some $5 trillion of new spending demanded by President Biden and now delivered by the House minority.
You just skip over Trump?
Whose own budget chair
Obama?
famously said there's effectively no limit to what
He's talking about Joe Biden and Donald Trump's. Nobody cares about Donald Trump's spending. That was valid. That was
one of the good times.
Of course, this is madness, and it's not anchored in any economic tenet. And there's not a single one of us here that isn't demanding a return to fiscal discipline. And who can deliver fiscal discipline?
So this guy is a Kevin McCarthy supporter, okay? And this actually like is funny because like he's literally saying we need to cut spending, we need to do fiscal discipline, and Kevin McCarthy will do it, which is kind of what like the Tea Party Republicans who aren't Kevin McCarthy supporters, the Never Kevers, are also saying Kevin McCarthy is not going to do fiscal discipline, okay? They're saying, they're not going to do that. Kevin McCarthy is a pussy, and he won't actually fucking default on the American debt or whatever.
Kevin McCarthy. On the point of spending, let me show you a list of everyone who's written me in the 2nd Congressional District who's asked me to cut spending. I'm holding up a blank piece of paper.
He's saying none of his constituents want to cut spending.
And that's proof that it's a problem because people aren't aware of it.
Just let him cook. Let him cook.
No one has asked me to cut spending in writing.
Okay.
And there are not many people who get a lot of mail in this House to cut spending.
Okay.
And to set spending priorities.
Seems you really identified a problem there.
In contrast, we get hundreds of letters asking us to increase spending. But we're at a critical point in this nation's fiscal health,
He's
I'm
here to do the opposite of what my representatives want.
He literally is saying, we need to make sure Kevin McCarthy, Speaker of the House, to do what my constituents don't want.
I'm here to do the opposite of what my constituents ask me.
Like, it's so cool. This
What
is
a
literally
stupid fuck. He went there with the blank piece of paper.
This is literally like, this is the Democratic Party, dude. This is straight up such a Democrat take.
Wait,
which
this
is
guy's a Democrat?
No. He's a
How is it a
Republican.
Democrat
He's
take?
behaving like how Democrats behave, where they tell you, oh, you want free health care? Guess what, sweaty? What else do you want? A fucking unicorn? Like, that is literally always like the patronizing, annoying, paternalistic attitude that like neoliberal Democrats regularly fucking behave like, as though they know better than their fucking constituents about what their needs are.
I mean,
he's doing it from the Republican side.
We're in a representative democracy, right? Like, that's what it is. And so their job is to go represent their constituents, right? I mean, theoretically.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
And he literally just said, like,
that's like an electricity, someone who works for the city. I just went out and cut the power line. I got no requests to cut the power line.
But I did it
And
because I
went
needed
it,
to.
And I said, I need to prove to these folks how much they need electricity. I cut the power line, and now they realize how important it is.
Yeah.
One person to help see us through it, Kevin McCarthy.
Stupid idiot.
I love that. That's like, it demonstrates perfectly how similar this fucking dickhead and the rest of the Republican, like, never kevers are, okay, with respect to, like, their perspective on, like, how legislation should be conducted, how the legislative body should operate. It also is a perfect representation of how, like, he's just openly stating, like, we know better than our constituents.
Right. That's it.
And, like, Kevin McCarthy will do the hard thing. And that's why it should be admirable.
I bet you, without knowing anything about him, I bet you this guy is, like, fucking super, or not super, but, like, probably wealthy, like, very comfortable financially.
Oh, I mean,
extremely
I'm sure.
settled. And he's like, we need to stop the spending, folks.
Yeah, because ultimately they want to starve. They want to starve the government, and they
How
want
much he worth?
to.
Look up this guy's net worth.
I don't know who the fuck this dude is, even, by the way, because it's like some. I don't know who fucking.
What's his name? We don't even know his fucking name.
Hold on, I'll pull it. I'll pull it right
There's
now.
too many goddamn people in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, there. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Sort of like fudging around it.
Is it French Hill?
French Hill? What an idiot name.
His name is
Stupid.
French Hill. Oh my
I'm
lord!
about to die on this French Hill.
Let's see. French Hill. He's from Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. AR2 released the
Net
following
worth.
statement on the passing of Pope Benedict.
I'm deeply saddened by the Pope. There's rumors.
He did what I strive to do in Arkansas: diddle kids.
I try
and
to-
allow diddling of children to continue.
I want to do with the budget what Pope Benedict did with them pedophiles. I
Okay.
want to move them around and make them disappear.
Okay, what is it? He is.
What's his net
Of
worth?
course, always these
This guy went to
Arkansas
UCLA.
motherfuckers. Yeah, they always.
That's
every
so
congressperson literally is the bicoastal elitist shithead. Okay,
He's actually educated.
he
though.
went to
That's
fucking
surprising.
Vanderbilt, dude. He went to fucking Vanderbilt, and then he went to UCLA, Anderson Graduate School of Management.
That's
Okay,
weird. I would assume he's like an uneducated yoki fuck. But
No, they
he's
never
actually
are.
hyper educated.
no, they're like rich dickheads that go to like all these liberal institutions and then come back and go, I put a snakeskin boot on, which means I'm actually
y'all.
one with the fucking people.
Can I say yoki or is that
I don't
derogatory?
know. Probably not. But yeah,
What's his net worth? I want to know.
it doesn't really show
Just
anything.
type net worth. It's probably some fucking income gorilla or whatever.
I don't know why it like doesn't show any of his like background, but he was an aide to a Republican Senator
He's
John
probably rich as fuck though.
Tower. Oh wait, hold up. He was on the executive secretary to President George W. Bush's Economic Policy Council. Oh, famously a good one.
He was
He's
the
a
chair-
broke boy. He's a broke boy. So Google says 8 million. Wait. Broke boy, dude. Fucking brokey. Fucking
that is
brokey.
such a specific number. What?
7 million? A fucking brokey.
Why is it so specific?
Broke boy.
He goes, unlike my colleagues, I am middle lower class. And
Yeah.
I know something about spending and tightening the budget.
Yeah. What is this?
French Hill.
What is this? Rosendale trolls his Republican colleagues by saying Kevin Hearn. This is from yet.
What's Kevin Hearn?
Oh, they did it again. It's another one that they're. So that's like the fun thing. Lobo started it. Lauren Boebert started this by being like,
Lobo.
I nominate Kevin. And then she pauses and goes, Hearn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look.
They're so-
They're fucking
I saw Matt
children,
Gaetz be
bro.
like, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
They're doing shtick.
Yeah, they're because like it's all about fucking clout, dude. Look at him looking around. He's like, it's funny, right?
Hearn.
Nice. Killed him dead.
They're so funny. They're so funny.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he killed it. That was great. Are you mad? I got him. They won't let me say the N-word no more, so this is the only type of humor I have going. Cancel culture.
Who is Kevin Hearn? Is that somebody?
Some fucking guy is just like
some rando.
another fucking representative.
I represent Kevin What was the kid's name from Home Alone? Kevin. His name was Kevin.
I don't remember.
It's famous. Please, what's his name? It was just
Chat
Kevin?
will give it to you. McAllister.
Was it? I represent Kevin McAllister.
Yep, there it is.
Thank you, chat. They're fast.
Yeah,
That's
they just
awesome.
picked him because his name is Kevin. That's it. So they can do this like little troll, which is
I
so
represent
fucking stupid.
Kevin Spacey. Kevin
by the
Bacon.
way, so a deal is underway potentially, and it seems like McCarthy has agreed to give the Freedom Caucus the keys of the car on pushing for national debt default, which is spicy. Let's see what happens. Let's hear what Jake Tapper has to say about all this.
It's 13th vote, ballot number 13, and they, again, did not elect a Speaker of the House. No one got enough votes.
Hey, why did they
right
want to
now,
default?
they are all voting on a motion to adjourn. That is it's the motion right now being voted on. Let's get right to CNN's Manu Raju.
I hope
Manu,
they
we've been doing the math, and it
something.
seems
Wait, why
like
do they
the
want to
task will be
default?
much
I don't
easier.
understand that.
Oh, they just want to blow it up. Like literally, it's just they want to like, I guess, fuck shit up.
I like how he's like, everybody knows debt is bad, but defaulting on debt is awesome. Like, no, that's
It's also
bad.
like it's also one of those things where it's like everybody understands that if you destroy the American economy, like it's over. You've accelerated to the point where like there's no like repairing this at the global level. You know what I mean? It's a fucking wrap.
Easier for Kevin McCarthy to become the Speaker if these two House Republicans,
I'll be back in a
Buck and Hunt, who are absent right now for personal reasons, if they return.
Hey
Tell us
guys,
what's going
this
on.
Is my
this
fucking
is exactly
stream now.
why the House.
Pause this shit. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Colin made a big mistake leaving me in here. So guys, I'm gonna be streaming later the CoffeeZilla.
Oh, you're streaming?
I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll react to that. So I don't think it's even come out yet.
This guy, bro. You done? Oh, this is
You
zapping.
didn't-
Is it zapping you?
Yeah.
Did you get zapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. There's an issue in this room with like. I'm glad that someone else experienced it though, because like people don't believe me, and it gets really fucking crazy sometimes. I think there's like an electrical leak or something. What is it?
You didn't give me much time though. I was hoping to have a little more time
What you can?
to take over.
Yeah.
Smart. Would it be awesome if you came back and you were like banned?
No, it would not be.
That'd
That
be
would be
fucking
like
awesome.
the least awesome thing that's ever happened.
That's-
I think
It's
it's
so
like
funny that I could just say something and then you get in so much trouble.
Yes, it's fucking awful. And Twitch has like
It wouldn't affect me at all.
Yeah, and Twitch has literally no recourse for this sort of thing too. It's
If
really
someone
fucked
just
up.
shows up. And
Yeah.
House is voting to adjourn right now to give time for those members to return. I'm told Ken Buck in particular has a flight arriving back into Washington around 9 p.m. And so they plan to come back at 10 p.m. That would give Kevin McCarthy 2 additional votes. Now, that doesn't mean that he will get there. There's already a furious effort underway right now to get the other remaining holdouts, the two most viewed as gettable, Matt Rosendale of Montana and Elijah Crane. He's an incoming Republican member as well. Both
Look
of
how
them
old that motherfucker
are
Ghouls, bro.
are being lobbied
Look
by
how
the
old.
membership,
They're
by
all
the top
old.
leaders.
Yeah, they're all fucking ghouls.
These guys, it's so fucked up. Like, y'all are going to die soon, and you're telling me what to do with the country.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even going to affect your dead ass. Like, you have 5 years to live, and you're trying to fucking tell me what to do with the country? Just fucking die and let us take it from here.
Yeah. This is a good point, by the way. In 2011, the U.S. credit rating was lowered from AAA to AA+, AA+, by multiple agencies just because it seemed like it might default on the debt. I'm curious to see how they will respond when the GOP House is promising to default, which is crazy because, once again, if the American economy, if the American debt is forced to default, then the entire global economy falls apart. Like, everything is run off the dollar. It would be fucking insane.
You know what, though? I can see the head. Like, I saw a headline yesterday, like, Wall Street is down on hot job market report because they're afraid of inflation. So they had this great job market report,
Yeah.
and the stock market tanked because of that. So who knows? Defaulting on the loan could slow down inflation.
No, that-
huge dub for the Wall Street.
No, that's
yeah,
definitely
baby,
that's
let's
definitely one of those
go.
things where like it's no longer that would be beyond, that would be like a meltdown. It's like nuclear meltdown.
I like how they're like,
to break.
it's the Democrats haven't done nothing good for us. It's the Republicans' turn, and then they get in and get the cars, and they literally just fucking drive off a cliff.
Yeah, because
minute they get it.
ironically, the minute that they get in, here's one way to like also make the debt worse by cutting taxes. And that's, ding, 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 that's the first thing that these motherfuckers do.
That do?
I don't know. I just pressed it.
You don't know what it does?
It's recording somewhere. I guess there's audio recording now for no reason. Oh, I turned it off. Never mind. So basically that's what they do. That's what Donald Trump did. Allegedly, one of the big provisions Kevin used today was to get votes to promise to cut the defense budget by $75 billion.
That's a vibe.
I mean, that's literally nothing. It's like shaving with a butter knife.
But they'll be like, we can't give no more money to Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I just don't believe in that, and I also feel like it's like one of those like endless conversations about defund the police, where you're not actually engaging or committed to like any sort of serious defunding, and it's just like taking a little bit off the tippy top that they would have gotten as an additional amount of discretionary spending. You know what I mean? Which is usually how this works. That's what's probably going to happen. Anyway, let's continue.
Make ranks, and I'm told that the concerns that they have raised are political. Crane, in particular, is concerned that if he backs McCarthy, this could hurt him in a potential primary bid in the next cycle. Also, I'm told about Rosendale. Mr. McCarthy, do you think you'll have the votes to be elected Speaker tonight?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And you'll be able to flip Rosendale and Crane?
I'll have the votes.
What are their concerns? So there you have it. He said yes, he's got the votes to become elected Speaker. If you're still with me here, Jake.
Yep.
He says.
I mean, he said he's had the votes for a while, but and every time he says he has the vote, it just doesn't work. In other words, forcing the vote works. You guys are so fucking stupid if you legitimately can compare what the Republican Party is doing when their goals are literally identified and aligned with the rest of the Republican Party to the Democratic Party, where like the supposed goals that you believe the Progressive Caucus is supposed to be espousing are aligned with the rest of the Democratic Party. You are a fucking idiot, okay? You are a stupid person, okay? You are a stupid person if you legitimately think that this is anything but like a false promise that's not going to work, and they're going to find a different way to add additional $70 billion cut in military spending, $85 billion added on to the discretionary spending for the military. $800 billion is going to the fucking military every goddamn year. You're not stupid for cutting the military spending. You're stupid for misunderstanding something that is fundamentally not going to happen. And it doesn't matter. I probably now have a 12-month subscriber who's now going to be a lifelong hater, waiting for the opportunity to be like, see, they actually did cut it. Not realizing that a month down the line, they're going to re-add that in a different way. Okay? There are numerous ways to fucking add additional expenditures into the military budget. You are delusional if you think that that is actually going to happen. Literally, look at the war in Ukraine. There was a massive hole in the tune of $52 billion once the Afghan withdrawal happened. $52 billion a year was going into Afghanistan. Now, the $52 billion that like is already paid for through our military industrial complex has to go somewhere else. Where is it going to go? Ukraine. Okay? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
The U.S. military spending only goes up. You're delusional if you think that that's anything but a false promise or just like a false assurance. Those Republicans don't even want to fucking cut military spending. Right. You absolute fucking dingus.
You fucking piece of shit.
He's not a piece of shit. He's just like too stupid and too horny.
Bro.
He's too stupid.
Leave.
And he is too horny to literally fucking have a gotcha moment. Okay, that's it. That's literally what he's doing.
Nice try.
Meanwhile, the top of the hour is upon us, and the real gotcha is the 3-minute ad break.
Unless you use that Prime.
That's right. Unless you use your Twitch Primes, or by subscribing for $5 or for free. Twitch Prime is free. Or by getting gifted the sub if you're lucky. Here is the 3-minute ad break now.
So there's just like
Megaphonics, thank you for the 5. Travis Scat, thank you for the 5. Paralapse, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Allowing the subs are left or can watch us right now.
What? No. Everyone can technically watch us. It just like depends. Usually most people just have like ad block. Yeah. So they don't even see it.
I thought Twitch
Twitch is super aggressive. They literally shut down pretty much most ad blocks.
Because whenever I open your stream and I have ad block, they fucking serve my ass like a super long ad. Like, they get it. It's actually super, like, they're too aggressive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll go to your stream and I need to refresh or something, and they hit you with like a 3-minute ad.
So that is a pre-roll. I don't want that. I literally am like, stop serving pre-rolls. That's outside of my control. But this 3-minute ad break that I do at the top of the hour is like completely within my control. I mean, it's a contractual obligation.
Fine, you know what I
but
mean?
like, at least I'm, launching it. I'm telling you it's happening.
The thing that I don't like is how something happens and you have to come back within like a minute. Like, they know that you've been served an ad recently. Like, give me a fucking little bit of grace, Twitch.
Yeah. Also, Young Spicy Meatball, thank you for the 5. X-Man Richie, thank you for the 5. Trismatics, thank you for the 5. And Tamana, thank you for the 5. Miss Pasta Bod, thank you for the 5.
Thank you for the gift.
Yeah.
In the words of Ninja.
Yeah. Thank you, Fahey894 for the 5. Get the subs as well. Okay.
When is the vote on the...
It's going to be at 10 p.m. tonight, so it's going to be 7 p.m. Our time later.
He has the votes. Tonight he has the votes to be elected speaker. That is new.
The other day, they just adjourned till...
Some days they just like want to blow through it. Other days they successfully, I guess this day, they successfully struck a deal. So they were like, fuck it. We're going to, we're going to adjourn till 10 and then vote for it. Tiny Type Horror Show. Thank you for the 5 gifted.
He has not been saying that so far. In fact, for some time, Kevin McCarthy has been saying that it's unclear when he would...
Salt Lake City got sentenced to 6.5 years in prison.
For what reason?
For wire fraud and money laundering.
That's crazy. Is that the Wendy's lady? The one that's all on all the Wendy's ads?
No, that's...
I don't watch anything like that, so I have no idea.
Jen Shaw, 6.5 years. Bye.
Yeah.
She was rich. She was stealing money from elderly people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Awesome. And she was flaunting like extraordinarily wealthy on the show, like designer, everything, fat house, like living large. And in one of the episodes, the fucking police come to arrest her ass during an episode.
And they shot it?
It's all, as she gets a phone call right before they arrive, like, oh, something came up, I gotta go. So somebody tipped her off and she dodged the fucking police raid.
That's kind of fire. That's fire content in general.
Salt Lake City, Housewives of Salt Lake City is so good.
That's cool.
And
okay,
now she's going to jail for 6.5 years.
Let's finish this and then we'll get to stuff like that. Okay. Let me just because this is the main like serious news story of the day. I just want to blow through this real quick.
Yeah, that's what he said last night. That's what he said this morning. But now you have Kevin McCarthy saying that tonight he will have the votes to be elected Speaker of the House, and that would mean that he had to flip some members somehow, some way. Those remaining holdouts, as we're talking about Elijah Crane as well as his incoming freshman, Matt Rosendale of Montana, both of them had expressed concerns about the politics of supporting Kevin McCarthy. Crane concerned about the potential primary impacts he could have in the next election cycle. Rosendale is eyeing a potential Senate run in Montana. He wants to stay to the right of any potential opponent there. One of the Montana potential opponent there, Ryan Zinke, also an incoming member, is supporting McCarthy. So there you get some of the sense of the politics there. But McCarthy doesn't seem too concerned. I just asked him about Rosendale and Crane. As you heard, he didn't really...
I mean, he never seemed particularly concerned, even when he clearly should have been concerned. So I don't fully understand why this is any different. But I guess like they know something that we don't know, because it seems like they're now in unison, collectively stating that like Kevin McCarthy definitely has struck a deal. That's what's happening. No Ethan no more. Yeah, dude, he's gone. Like, what do you mean? He just left to pee, you fucking freak. Holy shit. Calm down, okay?
Quite say how he's planning to get those members, but there are lots of different scenarios in which he can get there. Some may vote present to lower the voting threshold, and then getting these two members back who support McCarthy are essential. But right there, Kevin McCarthy...
I covered the Andrew Callahan NPR interview already.
He believes that after all these failed ballots, one after the other, this historic speaker's race, more than 100 years here, that he will finally get the votes to be elected speaker. After we've seen, it's been 100 years since we have multiple ballots in an election. Kevin McCarthy feels he's there tonight.
That's right, Manu Raju. It is huge news and a very lucky Friday the 13th for Kevin McCarthy as of right now. Not just luck, obviously, a lot of wheeling and dealing and negotiating. Right now, Kevin McCarthy is within grasp of the House speakership. He has 214 votes. He only needs to flip 2 rebels of the remaining 6.
2 rebels. I love that. Here are some of the concessions and promises McCarthy has made over the course of the negotiations. Here's a bullet point. Here's a list. Any member can call for a motion to vacate the speaker's chair, which, I think it's fun and I like it. McCarthy's leadership PAC won't play in open primaries in safe districts. Okay. They're basically making sure that they basically fucking protect their positions. Hold votes on key conservative bills, including balanced budget amendment, congressional term limits, and border security. Okay. The congressional term limits being held is so funny because it's not going to pass. But I'm glad that they're at least getting an assurance that they'll put it to the fucking they'll put it to the test. A debt ceiling hike must be paired with spending cuts, which is not necessarily a debt ceiling hike in and of itself, or actually forcing a default. But symbolic assurances, which kind of makes sense because they were never going to. Oh my God. Scum art. He's very quick with it. The fastest in the fucking game. Yeah.
Is that how you guys see us?
I mean, he made you a skinny. He made you a skinny legend. You gotta get also get closer to the microphone. So you're muted. I muted you.
That could be why.
Yeah, that was the reason I muted you. Oops. My bad. But yeah, this is how they see us, yes.
Okay.
Basically. That, by the way, a repeat of that will not happen today. The angles that you're posting on your Instagram.
Oh, Bobby Lee posted that, fucking trying to humiliate me.
I'm not even kidding. First of all, 1, you're a skinny legend. 2, you have no bad angles on this broadcast. I made assurances ahead of time.
See. Yeah, I mean, no, it's a good angle, yeah.
Yeah, I have only good angles.
Just
top down angle on the podcast too.
I noticed that. That was good.
We have only good angles.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I get fucked over so many times with that.
If you want to see the angles, if you want to see the skinny legend thrive, the episode will be out on Monday. Okay. All right. But yeah, some of the assurances: move 12 appropriations bills individually. More Freedom Caucus representation on committees, including House Rules Committee, which is pretty funny. They're they just want more representation. Cap discretionary spending at fiscal 2022 levels, which would amount to lower levels for defense and domestic programs. Hilarious. They're like, come on, let's just cap it. Let's just, let's not add additional funds to the, $1 trillion budget. Okay. Allow 72 hours to review bills before they come to the floor. Give members ability to offer more amendments on the House floor. Create an investigative committee to probe the weaponization of the federal government, which is the FBI probe. This is going to be the FBI Hunter Biden Dick Committee. Why did the FBI not release Hunter Biden's penis photos to every single person so that every single American saw Hunter Biden's girth, length, shaft, ball hairs, all of that? Restore the Holman Rule, which can be used to reduce the salary of government officials. I am fully on board with that one. And this seems like the end. This seems like the end of a chapter here, where the forcing the vote has, in the eyes of some silly billies, been a profound success. As though all of the goals that they are posting, all of the goals that they wanted, are not directly aligned with the goals of the Republican Party as a whole. And if you cannot comprehend why that is, if you cannot comprehend why that is literally dramatically different than trying to get Medicare for all passed, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. With the only exception of the military budget being cut, that is something that is truly against the bipartisan consensus in Washington, D.C. However, having said that, it's still not going to be, dramatically reduce military spending.
Clearly, we found a way to provide a broader consensus for our governing coalition as a result of this process. Ideally, it would have been done ahead of January 3rd. But the upside for the American population and frankly the world is you see a little bit of how this is done. It's a little bit more collaborative than I think a lot of people realize, and so we really do have a consensus on how we can move forward. Hopefully that means we can move at a faster pace than we would have otherwise been able to do. And these last six
And then-
people,
and then-
maybe there's a way for them
He's
to
just
not
an Ohio
actually
man.
vote for Kevin
That's just how it
McCarthy,
is.
but
What's his
to
name?
provide
Wolf-
a logic for
He's
why
Wolf
they've
Blitzer.
been reluctant to support him.
You notice
We'll
there's
see
like
over
white
time,
people.
and,
They're so white
maybe
they
they
turn
can vote
red. It's like
present.
It's like an
and provide
older
the
white guy
consensus we
thing.
need
I
to
think
get
it's an
on
older
office.
white guy
not white.
trend.
I'm
You've
red.
clearly been very firmly, Congressman, in Kevin McCarthy's
when you see
corner
him next to each
during
other,
this
you realize how
entire
much
fight.
red is in
Do you
Wolf's
share
face.
his confidence right now that he will be elected
What did you
Speaker of the
post?
House
Did you
tonight?
post a tweet?
Oh yeah, I
Well,
responded
you know,
to
he
your-
hasn't earned the job until
I was
he's
trying
earned
to
all the
juice your
votes.
stream. I
And you know,
restored and
that's yet to be determined.
hell yeah.
I think
Posted
we're
a
all optimistic
exclusive
that that's going to
picture.
happen here at 10 o'clock when we call the
Oh, what
roll
the
again.
fuck?
I
but-
said that to Ela last night.
God damn it, dude.
I go on my.
I don't even know if I can look at this on the stream, dude. What
Why?
the fuck? I guess I can.
I like whenever I'm on Twitter, I just go through my camera roll and post whatever, and that I said to Ela last night on the treadmill. So I thought, you know what? Let's get that exclusive content out there to juice the stream.
Hell yeah.
Show it,
Respect.
bro.
I don't know if I can.
Show it.
I guess there's no TOS in it.
That's what my bottom angles look like.
It's hot.
Ela liked it.
Well, I mean, I think she's a bit biased. You know, being the mother of your children.
Well, hey,
Like we know she likes it.
yeah.
Please
Go
tell
say something.
Ethan. Please tell Ethan he got me hard. There you go. Tom Hecker was
Thank
hard.
you, Tom Pecker.
Tell him to cover him up, slut. That's what they want. They want you to cover it up, slut. They're slut.
By the way,
shaming.
that photo is now going to be used by like every
yeah.
alpha male.
It's like photos that you post
This
of yourself
feud
as a
within your
joke.
own
They
Republican
literally
Party,
always
Congressman,
use it against
has
you.
turned
Every time.
personal,
Yeah,
and that
it's
emotions
only-
have run
This is
very
going to show
high.
up this week
How
in
will
Manosphere.
Oh,
They
yeah.
post about me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. You seem to be bored. I kind of want to. I love looking at like a little bit of Fox News just to see what the fuck they're saying.
Seem bored. I was just
Sorry, Jim Jordan.
I was just reposting
Jim Jordan
shit.
has said
Yeah.
he doesn't want the
Stream.
job. He wants to head up the committee, Judiciary Committee. But all the people who are left, the 6, have all voted for him. So in a way, he could be a negotiator, kingmaker, come Sunday on your show.
That's right. Jim Jordan is going to be with us exclusively, and we'll talk with them about how all of this has come together, what it was like in that room, how they got these final votes, if they get to them tonight. And also, you mentioned him going to chair the Judiciary Committee. Republicans have promised all kinds of things, investigations of Hunter Biden and other people. So they've got a lot to live up to. Is that going to be a net plus or minus for Republicans if they spend their time on that when there's going to be criticism from Democrats that it's Benghazi 2.0, we need to handle inflation? Where can we work together?
And fair and balanced, you have Ro Khanna as well.
We do, and we're going to talk about the border and why now the president has decided to go there. So we're Democrat or Republican, our panel will talk about it all.
Okay, Shannon, thank you.
See you then.
The December jobs report suggests the labor market may be
Okay, they're moving on from that. All right, kind of whack, kind of weak. They're like they took the W and they're moving on. Let's see.
There are still 6 never Kevins. Let's see how never they are.
Bro, I
To
can't believe they
Congressman
actually say
Davidson's
never.
point,
Yeah, never
though,
Kever. I think never
and
Kever
my-
is better than never Kevin, though.
It is.
Honestly,
is a way to save face. They can still not vote for him, but they can get out of the way. Congressman Davidson used the word collaborative, that what we have seen this last week is collaborative. I would use another word. It's been ugly. This is not the way Kevin
She said
McCarthy
that on
wanted
CNN.
to get here. And I think the real question is going forward, is
Shocking.
this what we're going to
Brave.
see over and over?
I thought about that when McCarthy came to the mics and made that comment about, well, it took this long, but now we know how to govern. And, you know, I that's certainly a good way.
It's just like the obstructionist party is doing more obstruction, and one of the goals was to like be able to have the tools to do successfully more obstruction, and basically they gave him that. Okay, I'll come back to this later, obviously when there's more details on it. But since Ethan is here, since Ethan is here, we're gonna have a little bit of more. We're gonna have more lighter coverage on the broadcast rather than the congressional intrigue. And one of the things I want to talk about, obviously we're not going to do the CoffeeZilla one because you want to do it yourself.
Is it out?
I think so.
Let me just see. A little teaser.
I think the video, ending. No.
Oh no, that's from two. So I don't. It didn't drop.
Is it out?
Yet.
No, it hasn't dropped yet. Someone in the
He
chat
said it's
going
going to come out today, or maybe if he just dropped it.
You know,
sometimes it takes a minute to show up.
Yeah, it's not showing up on mine.
I'm going to post to the Ethan Klein channel. Maybe I'll just do a reaction to it and post it if you want to watch that.
Okay.
Ethan Klein channel. I'll promote that.
Keep it.
Ethan Klein channel.
Okay, hell yeah. He said keep it like Ethan's body weight. Yeah. I mean, it's
people
true.
started calling me Ethan. I like that.
You are a skinny legend, dude. It's not even a joke.
Thanks, bro. I still have a long way to go though, because I'm at like 2, and like theoretically, my healthy body weight is like 180.
No, you got a ways to go, but like he's a huge dub, dude. You got to take those dubs where you get them.
I do. Thank you.
Take those fucking dubs where you get them. Okay, we're going to do before we do Logan Paul. Then, are you familiar with the Idaho murders?
No. What was that? No, I'm not.
Okay, we'll do some more.
I'm intrigued. I want the Idaho murder. I love that.
Okay,
shit.
before we do that,
what's the Logan Paul stuff?
The Logan Paul CoffeeZilla update is that CoffeeZilla said he's going to do a response video to Logan Paul's shitty response, which we were going to watch. The other one is like Adin Ross Nelk Boys crossover with Andrew Tate.
That I'd love to watch.
Yeah, we'll watch that. We'll watch parts of that. Do you want to watch Matt Gaetz talking about why Trump is wrong to support McCarthy? Okay. No. All right, we'll do Idaho. No. All right, we'll do a little bit of. Fuck it, I'm skipping this one too. All right, details in Idaho.
With those murders in Idaho, the new details about the man accused of killing 4 students at the University of Idaho. Suspect Brian Kohberger appeared in an Idaho courtroom for the very first time yesterday. And in newly unsealed court documents, police say they identified him, getting into the details, also getting into how they linked him to the crime scene. Also, a chilling affidavit alleges that one of the surviving roommates saw a masked man she did not know walk past her bedroom door the morning of the murders. Omar Villafranca has more now from Moscow, Idaho, but a warning here in a quadruple murder story. Some of these details are disturbing.
Murder suspect Brian Kohberger smiled at his public defender as he faced a judge in Idaho for the first time Thursday.
Count 2 alleges that you committed the felony offense of murder in the first degree. The maximum penalty for that offense, if you plead guilty or are found guilty, is up to death and/or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
I mean, yes. Yeah, it's fucking Idaho.
He's charged
they don't fuck
with stabbing
around.
Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin to death in the early morning hours of November 13th. According to a newly unsealed 18-page affidavit, investigators discovered DNA on a knife sheath similar to this one found on the bed next to Madison Mogan.
Yeah.
They linked that DNA.
He just left him there and he walked out. Oh, you don't know the details
he just
then.
Left them on the campus.
So basically, this is like, as far as we know, from what we understand, like this is a criminology PhD at.
He's a PhD.
Yeah, he has a criminology PhD. He's conducted Reddit surveys on like the psychological profile of like criminals. He's asked criminals like why you did the crime. You know, did you think about the victims? That sort of stuff. And he is. Yeah, he circled the night of the murder. He circled with his car, turned his phone off, circled the house, like the block of the house, 4 times. Literally went into the house at like around 4 a.m. Not exactly sure on when he's a PhD student. What the fuck? What do you guys want? Did I not say that?
You did. He's studying criminology just to do these dumbass crimes, like to get caught like this. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
that he'd be a little more.
Yeah,
Dexter.
I mean, he was not as Dexter like as he would think he is. I mean, he turned off his phone. He did some basic stuff.
Just leaving bodies on the campus.
Like he used a knife. So like, you know, he left his DNA on scene, and there were people who were awake at the time. So he walks into this. He walks into this house. He stabs 4 people to death, and 2 of them are like, you know, in a room. Stop saying he did it. Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. You're right. Stabs 4 people to death, even though his. What do you mean? Stop saying he did it, motherfucker. His DNA is on the scene, dog. What the fuck?
Wait, he killed them all at the same time?
Yeah, that is like actually the unique component here because like he got caught basically by one of the roommates who didn't understand what was going on and thought like maybe one of her roommates was like, playing with her dog or something. Opens the door again, and he hears him saying like, "Oh, I'll help you. I can help you." And then opens the door again, sees him like randomly with bushy eyebrows and shit, wearing a black mask. And she closes the door, locks it. He's like worried, but it's like they're drunk. It's a fucking party house. They, plenty of random weird sus people walk in and out of houses like that. So she probably might have not thought more about it. We don't know.
So did he know them? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
We don't know, but it
Also,
doesn't seem like he
does.
does.
This man has gone through his whole life, PhD, and then he's just walking into a random house and stabbing everyone.
Yeah.
It's just so bizarre and disturbing.
There's another detail. He was likely stalking or seeing one of the victims at night. His phone pinged around the house 12 times since June. Either way, he was consistently scoping out the place. He went in. He stabbed 4 people to death. He was caught by one of the other survivors. He just basically walked out, and he literally drove away. Linked up with his dad. They did a cross-country tour to Pennsylvania. He got caught in Pennsylvania eventually.
DNA to Koberger by matching it to his father's DNA found in the trash outside the family home.
Yeah, his matching it to the father's DNA outside of the trash in the family home. This is important. This is one of the new details.
Knife sheath, similar to this one, found on the bed next to Madison Mogen. They linked
He
that
left the
DNA
sheath
to
behind.
Koberger by matching it to his father's DNA found in the trash.
Yeah, and then they linked the knife sheath DNA to his dad. So he basically took his dad's knife and killed them. Is what the speculation is.
They found the sheath. They swapped it for DNA. So what? His dad has a record or something? I mean, if he's
22andMe.
Oh, his dad did a 22andMe.
Not his dad, but like even if an immediate family member has like, or no, not 23andMe. They looked at his trash, right?
They got his DNA from the trash. And
they took his dad's DNA.
This DNA is the parent of whoever.
But I thought it was originally from the ancestry tree, like one of the.
So he did do it pretty slick. Like, I mean, the DNA, the DNA forensic they can do now is like insane. It's so hard to get away with murder these days. Like, I mean, what they did against the Golden State Killer like a few years ago, they fucking
they did that. Yeah, they did it through ancestry.
Crazy.
Yeah, they linked the sheath to DNA, and then the trash showed DNA of the father or of whoever owned the knife sheath. Yeah.
10 years ago, they would have never caught him.
Yeah.
Or maybe 15. I don't know how recent.
They just said the trash collected the DNA, proved that the DNA in the knife was 99.99999% the son of the DNA in the trash.
Glad. I personally, people think it's like dystopian. I love it, bro.
I think about like the ethical, awesome. the implications on like how easily like, I mean, I don't know. I worry about that because it's like not 100%, and you can a lot of people assume that it's like 100%. I fear
genetics, that. When has anyone ever been mistried over like a genetic take? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Well, a lot of people have actually been declared innocent as a consequence of that. You're right, but
exactly.
I don't know. It's just there's something that there's something that I worry about with respect to like being able to basically like scour the DNA footprint or like the DNA genealogy of like every single immediate family member. Like that.
So I get it's like a little dystopian, but what is it you're afraid of happening exactly with that information?
I think that I worry that like the more we use it, the more it's going to be used in like normal circumstances and not like murder. You know what I mean? It starts off with murder profiles and that's fine, but then and everybody like kind of gets used to it, and then it turns into a problem when like companies are using it or insurance companies are basically using it to like, drive up your rates and shit like that. Like there will be commercial use for this that I fear. Here, I'll give you a great example.
Give me an example.
Cameras and CCTV footage is like, made it definitely easier to catch criminals in the act. One of the latest things that happened with face tracking technology and cameras everywhere was that there was a law firm that was suing Madison Square Garden. Have you heard of this story? A law firm is suing Madison Square Garden. I forget what the details are exactly, but one of the fucking parents of a school trip that is going to Madison Square Garden, one of the parents that is a part of that law firm that's not even involved in the case directly, was caught on face trackers entering Madison Square Garden, and they literally stopped her from entering Madison Square Garden. They're like, there's an ongoing active lawsuit, and you are a part of this law firm. You can't fucking come in here with your child.
I have reservations about the face tracking just because it's not always accurate, right? Like that one definitely has, that one definitely is not reliable enough to convict people. And I've heard of that shit going sideways and wrong people getting convicted on face tracking. But DNA is as close to 100% as you
No,
can
I
get
mean, the face tracker is 100% as well. I'm just saying
it's not.
No. The utility of it, do you understand? The utility doesn't stay. My point wasn't about like 100%. My point was the utility of a certain thing can come across as like smart and good originally, and then I can totally see it being used for commercial reasons by like incredibly powerful corporations in the way that I just described to you.
Yeah.
So I fear that like DNA sampling like this is going to be used as like used to like have access to just like the widespread, pretty much like information that is, written in your fucking genes is going to be accessible to like every corporation that wants to pay for it eventually. And that is something that I am fearful of.
I guess it's inevitable.
Anyway.
Regardless, eh?
Yeah. So DNA leads to higher insurance rates for cancer. Predisposition could lead to lower credit scores for people. You know what I mean? Like that's Gattaca. Gattaca.
If insurance companies are crunching the numbers, analyzing your DNA, that's pretty fucked up. But wasn't Gattaca about like designer babies and shit?
Yes, but
I love that movie.
But it also is like about. Well, we're already doing that with gene editing. But it also was like you're predetermined to that one has a coding. That one's actually sweet. You'll like that one. It also was about like what capitalism does and what happens when you mix capitalism with genetic predetermination. Like the assumption that like a society run on like the concept of genetic superiority and like having access to the best kind of gene editing would make you a person who, was if you didn't have access to that kind of gene editing, you would be deemed a undesirable person.
That is happening, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The bleeding edge of like IVF technology is they're already kind of figured out how to determine like height, eye color, hair texture, intelligence. So designer baby thing is coming.
Yeah. So that's my point. That's what I'm fearful of. Anyway, let's continue.
Ash outside
I guess it's
the
good and
family
bad.
home.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And the catching the murderers thing is dope, but it's gonna happen. So
the knife sheath left at the crime scene, which is where they derived the DNA, to me is like a nail in the coffin.
Casey Jordan, a criminologist with no connection to the case, believes the evidence against Kohberger is overwhelming, citing stunning new details in the affidavit from an interview with the surviving roommate. She told investigators she woke up around 4 a.m. and thought she heard Kaylee Gonsalves say, "There's someone here." Later, the roommate said she heard what sounded like crying in Xana Kernodle's room. Then a male voice say something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." When she opened her bedroom door, she told investigators she saw a man she did not recognize wearing black clothes and a mask. She described him as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. She said she stood frozen as the man walked by her to the back door. She then went in her room and locked the door. The affidavit did not explain why police were not called to the scene until noon, about 8 hours later.
I really do believe that
because like so a lot of people, this is why people were like speculating crazy shit. But I mean, it makes sense to me to a certain degree. Like if you're living in like a shared living space with a bunch of other college people and you hear someone crying, you just assume like, oh, there's a fight going on or whatever, right? And you're drunk as fuck regardless, right? You're like drunk as fuck, you pass the fuck out, and then you wake up in the morning and you think, oh my God, someone is like unconscious. One of my roommates is unconscious. That's what they thought originally. Oh, one of my roommates is unconscious. That's why they called 911.
evidence is so strong already, before the investigation is complete, he's going to have an uphill climb to try to be found not guilty.
It's worth noting that investigators laid out several threads tying Kohberger to the crime scene. Now, police say his cell phone pinged in the area of the crimes at least a dozen times before the attacks. Police also say that a white Hyundai was seen speeding away after the attack. He drives a white Hyundai. From there, police say that they were able to track that car's toll tag from Washington State all the way to Pennsylvania. There in Pennsylvania, they got a DNA sample from his parents' trash bin. That DNA sample linked back to the knife sheath found here in Idaho. A lot of police work was going on. He will remain here in the Latah County Jail. He'll be in court next week where he'll enter a plea.
Dude.
Tony?
Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Wow. I mean, it took some time for police to get that evidence, but there's a lot in this indictment. Omar, thank you very much. In our next hour, 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant will join us with a closer look at the suspect, and also he'll be.
I mean, that we'll give that one to the FBI for sure, because from what I understand, the Moscow cops were just basically like twiddling their fucking thumbs for the most part. This is a lot of like post hoc dubs given to the law enforcement community across the board in an effort, in my opinion, to propagandize and make it seem like they were doing a lot of good work when it literally was not the police that was doing this. It was the FBI that was doing a lot of the heavy lifting here.
I'll take that dub too.
No, I mean I'll take it. It was also across lines too. It was across like state lines as well. But like they literally fucking said, cops at the time were basically just going, yeah, we don't know what's going on. That's what they said.
So she passed out for 8 hours. I'm assuming she probably went to sleep or something.
That's what I think too, but we don't know. We don't know the actual details.
But her.
Well, no. There were other roommates in the house too. That I think they didn't even see him at all. They were just like sleeping. I'm
surprised you can stab 4 people to death.
That is legitimately confusing to me as well.
That would be loud.
Because he went into 2 rooms with 2 people, implying that he killed at least 2 people in 2 separate rooms in front of another person.
Right, and if you're being stabbed to death, you're going to be vocal, right? You're not like immediately dead.
Yeah. And there had to have been so much blood too. Like, it's just crazy.
Fuck that guy.
But then again, yes, you are right, frail golem. Ted Bundy did do that with a rock in a house with multiple people. He did it in a sorority house.
Yeah, but Ted Bundy's the best that ever did it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a lot of experience. There is another component here. Which is, friend of the show, MoistCritikal Charlie's video, who covered the other part of this, which is like the more toxic side of this.
Shit.
True crime enthusiasts.
They were accusing the roommate. That's so stupid. What?
Not the roommate, a teacher as well. There was like a TikTok psychic. There's a bunch of different.
They're just blasting people.
They were, but that's what happens all the time. The We Did It Reddit. Remember the Boston bombing? Like the Boston Marathon bomber, Reddit made it seem like Reddit thought that they had found the actual bomber when it was like some random fucking guy. This has been a tale as old as time itself. People get incredibly fascinated, especially when there's not a lot of official information out there, and they want to take matters into their own hands, and they inevitably end up ruining people's fucking lives in this like witch hunt, basically. And TikTok is particularly awful with it because, like, true crime, fascinating stuff, right? The human condition, how can a human being do such an awful thing? We watch some true crime stuff here as well, usually, cases that have ended, right? and mostly from the perspective of like interviewers, interrogators, and how like suspects behave in interrogations and things like that. Now, having said that, there's also a scene that takes it one step further, where they are true crime enthusiasts and they behave like the thing that is unfolding in front of them is unfolding as like a movie, when it's not. These are real victims. These are real human beings.
What happened?
Well, here, I'll let Charlie explain it while I go pee real
for
quick.
online attention on TikTok is a poison more potent than cyanide, but it doesn't kill you instantly. It's a long, drawn-out, painful, and embarrassing death. And today I want to talk about someone who's got a very severe terminal case of toxic clout goblin. It's a TikTok psychic named Ashley. You might have even heard of her by now because she's made a name for herself in the national headlines. She is a self-proclaimed TikTok clairvoyant who uses her psychic abilities to solve murders. And she recently took on the case of the University of Idaho killer who killed 4 students. The real killer was arrested, however, before Bryan Kohberger, the actual killer being accused here, the main suspect, was taken into custody. Ashley made a long series of videos accusing someone else named Rebecca Schofield of being the killer. It was based on nothing other than tarot card readings.
I'm not going to sit here silently and watch Critical's video. You guys want to watch Critical? You know where to find him. Dude, I hate psychics, man. They're all such fucking cons, though. That's insane. There's a clairvoyant who's just randomly accusing people. I want to see what she looks like. This is her. Bro, she got to go to jail for that or something. That's got to be a crime, right?
I haven't been sued, so that's
Why is there so many faces on the screen? I've got him and her and Charlie.
why some demand letters you take serious.
Man, it's
especially
looking
if
a
you
lot
really
like
did
Christmas
do
over
something
there.
wrong. But the ones that, oh my God, discovering things about her,
the physical evidence she had for those claims.
Guys, let's see. Is CoffeeZilla up yet? Yeah, you can't leave me in here.
Oh no! What are you doing?
I showed the prolapse. Sorry, bro.
No, you didn't. Please don't.
I just showed the fucking prolapse in all its glory.
Let's go back.
Prolapse to prolapse, bro.
Please, he's joking, right?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I made a bomb threat against.
Oh no, he did not. He did not. He's been good.
Guilty.
Are you
She's
bored
just
of this?
going
Is that
through
why?
an entirely made-up story of
it's just
fucking
long. It's just long
nothing.
Your ADHD is worse than mine.
15 minutes when you sit here and watch
That's
this
literally
thread?
not that. Yeah, that's not
You're
that
gonna
long.
watch the whole video though for 15
Yeah,
minutes?
usually I do.
But
yeah.
he's already doing the commentary. You know.
Okay,
what I mean?
but I like learning from. It's like no different than watching a news broadcaster.
You're
in my
watching
opinion.
it with. I guess I'm not used to.
Yeah, this is what. This is what I do. Go back.
What?
Did he skip stuff?
Wait, y'all really want to watch this?
They do, bro. Ethan, I don't want to force you to stay here. By the way, if you're bored,
am I ruining?
No, you're not. But like we have.
But I'm saying, let's talk about something. I'm gonna sit here quiet, silently, and watch Critical talk for 15 minutes.
We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna be silent. I never shut the fuck up. As a matter of fact, but it's usually. But this
can
is
we
what
talk?
I do.
Let's offer our own commentary. Like let's react to. Like,
Well, yeah, that's what I want to get like pieces of details from MoistCritikals like video and then offer my perspective on it. That is my goal.
So are you
another
commenting-
reason why I like going to Moist for stuff like this is because I consider him to be like the Norman Jesus. So he usually is like he's going to arrive at like exactly the center opinion on everything. I don't even mean like Philip DeFranco style. I mean like literally just like most normal people, like what is their assessment of a situation. So usually I like hearing like what the Norman assessment of a situation is going to be.
So are we reacting to Crit or are we reacting to the TikTok?
We're
or are we doing
reacting.
the whole thing?
We're reacting to.
We're taking it all in.
Okay, we're reacting to everything. That's that's
First
what
star
it is.
is-
Ethan isn't
But
a
you know-
HasanAbi head. He doesn't watch he probably watches my YouTube videos that are
I
like
watch your
cut.
highlights. I don't
yeah,
watch
he
the
watches
live.
highlights.
I do watch a lot of the highlights, by the way.
Yeah.
Still. But let me say this: maybe we could offer our own original commentary
Yes.
on the Adin Ross, Andrew Tate stuff.
Okay, you know what? Let's. Okay, well, I also make YouTube videos out of this, which is why I'm like trying to keep it like I'm trying to keep it condensed
so cut
on
all
the.
this.
I'm trying. That's my goal is to keep it as condensed as possible to one story for now.
That makes sense.
So that I can, that I can cut a YouTube video out of it,
right?
And then eventually,
This morning, new details also.
and then that's how we do it.
Smart.
The desperation, and even
But you're
convinced
gonna
some
upload a video of you watching Crit talk about it?
No, if I okay, so here's how this works. Okay? If my editors choose to cut a segment like this, they will pick portions of my coverage of the story, portions of the news coverage of the story, and then my commentary on top of like what a part that like MoistCritikal has actually brought up that I was unfamiliar with, because this is like I'm covering all angles of a story here. So first we give the news coverage, the serious news coverage, talk about the details of the affidavit, talk about potential motives and things like that, talk about the suspect, talk about the victims, and then we move on to the other component, which is I segued it when I said true crime and true crime aficionados and how they end up going too far. So this is basically news coverage, the way I'm seeing it, on the true crime aficionado side of the story.
Is this clip going to make it to the video?
It might.
Oh, right. Okay, that's interesting.
But
your editors are awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
I
they're
love,
great.
By the way, how they do. I don't even know how they do it.
What?
It must be some kind of trickery. But how they take like the chat or something on screen and make it big.
Yeah.
They must cut it right out, and then I don't know how they're sick.
They just they
they don't
zoom in or blow up like the
that's good.
video portion.
Cool, it looks legit.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Being sued by Rebecca for all this shit, and rightfully so. She completely deserves to get slapped
People keep
around.
saying I need to speak into the mic. Listen, I have good mic etiquette. Okay, it's right in my fucking mouth.
Yeah, he's doing fine. I don't know why. I'm looking at the levels and it's like pretty balanced.
Okay, you can see the levels.
Yeah, I can see
People
the levels.
Keep saying
like,
it's quiet, but
no, we're both like balanced basically.
Okay.
Around in court for this kind of garbage. And I just wanted to go over some of this with you because I truly was blown away by what I was hearing from her. It's a really interesting look into just pure delusion. I actually really think she's like Mob from Mob Psycho, like some kind of crazy, powerful, psychic like hero. But in reality, she's just dangerously dumb. And then
okay, let's get to
and
what
look
she
how
said.
far Raven got with those visions. I wouldn't be shitting on that.
Yeah, he's
else
yeah.
Like,
And he's reacting to someone else who's like, I know.
It's
Not
too
all
many
of
fucking layers. Bro.
not all of these videos are going to be perfect, and I know. Usually, sometimes if it's commentary, I often will skip to the original content itself to figure out what they said.
Look how many fucking people are on screen. Like, look at.
Okay, we're not doing it. All right, we're done. We're done with this. Here, let's just. We're watching.
All right, boys.
Adin
Before we
Ross.
get into the pod,
Okay.
if you guys like to fire on sports, like
Adin Ross was on. Adin Ross, for those of you who do not know, friend of the show, Adin Ross, was on the Nelk Boys podcast where he revealed his real relationship with Andrew Tate, and Ishowspeed crashes the pod. This is basically, Zoomer heaven here. Okay, we have all the fucking Zoomer greats together. They're getting together. They're having fun, and we have another friend of the show here, Bradley Martin, who is co-hosting it. And there's a really good part of the podcast that we already covered on the on Fear and as a matter of fact.
Right?
But yeah, we'll rewatch it. Yeah.
Yo, love Bradley, hate Aiden, right?
No, I look. I have a soft spot. I have a soft spot at Aiden. I mean, I'll pound it. But
you have a soft spot for idiots.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do.
I think Aiden
first Nelk video of the year is gonna be
Dagestan.
Dagestan.
After this,
We're gonna see
Hezbollah he's standing Andrew Tate in the face of Bradley presenting information that he's a trafficker. To me, is so fucking gross. That
I do agree.
It's just disgusting.
I do. It is not good that he's doing
so
that. I mean, he
gross.
also fucking literally shaved his goddamn head.
He's like cosplaying as a rapist. Like like how is that cool?
Okay, well, let's continue.
Khabib, Islam.
Oh wow!
I asked you to go, but you can't go
Yeah,
for the gym.
I gotta.
Steiny was gonna come, but he would only go if he went first class.
Yo, I love it.
Is that not fair?
If I get stuck in Russia, I'm not fucking flying 20 hours coach for 2 days, bro.
Why the fuck don't they have
that is a crazy
Here's my
time
mindset. Can I
stamps?
tell you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're flying in, 20-hour
Maybe
flight,
in the description.
landing at 2 a.m. and filming at 10 a.m.
Oh, that's
so I
intense.
want to be well rested. If I'm gonna act like a fool, I don't want to do it there.
That's fine.
So
That's
if
fair.
I'm a Cajun,
Having hair is a privilege.
It's a privilege.
I see it as that. Something that I'm. Yo, all right, bro. Seriously, come here. Come here.
Oh, he's fucked.
No. Come here. Don't be shy. Don't be shy now. Come here.
This give me the background of podcast. Fucking.
All right. So the reason why I decided to go bald is it's more of a thing where it's kind of like I look at it as this. People are like, oh, you're crazy, but I look at it as like going bald is like it's gonna set me. It's gonna make me more motivated. You know what I'm trying to say? Like more motivated to like kind of being in my fitness and my journey on like growing as something that I'm supposed to be, which I'm not. So living basically to the full potential of myself.
You shaved your head to prove that you can get more potential. Like it makes no sense. You did it in solidarity with Andrew.
Well, I think it's something that he wanted to do to like tell Andrew Tate, like, look, I'm committed.
Like when you get cancer, you know what I mean? And then everyone shaves their head in solidarity.
Yeah, but this time it's for.
But he's doing it for human
for
trafficking.
a bald man who is in prison for
solidarity,
human
my brother.
But I mean, I tried to get him to not do it on a phone conversation, and clearly he did not listen to me. And I don't know what else to say about that other than
Aiden should appreciate your friendship and listen to you more.
I wish maybe now that
you're giving him good advice.
Now that Andrew Tate's in prison, maybe he'll fucking listen to me more. But I don't know.
I feel if I can have confidence while I'm bald.
So okay,
I don't mean disrespect, but is his relationship with his dad public info? Like, I'm curious if he has like a dad that left when he was a kid or something.
I have no
that
idea.
would
I don't know.
explain his fondness for Andrew Tate. I feel like I need some kind of trauma, like childhood trauma, to explain his obsession with Andrew Tate.
I don't know. I actually don't know, but it's clear that he needs like a positive male role model in his life. That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
And he unfortunately got that the most negative role model you could probably get.
So hold on.
Okay, I see
You're
that.
relating being bald to like because it's like a luxury.
Having hair is a privilege.
Makes no sense.
Bradley's balding too, though. Bradley's like, you're right. Brad's about to be like, you're making some points.
Dude, his explanation makes no fucking sense, bro.
Of course it doesn't make sense.
He's just
of course it doesn't make sense. Nothing he says makes sense, bro.
I see it as that.
Because
I think it's very. I think I should be the best version of myself this year. I have to become the best version of myself. Maybe not my whole life, but at least work towards everything that I don't have and just become the best version of myself.
Why is it different this year? That's my question.
It's just it's a reset. I've already accomplished so many things, and I've gotten so many. I've gotten so much. I'm just ready to kind of now work on myself.
Yeah,
it's time for me.
I think it's pretty funny to be like omega privileged, like Aiden is in many respects. And then, like, instead of hyper focusing on any of those other privileges and like making a statement about it and being like, listen, these are some of the privileges that I've had. Like, I'm profoundly fortunate. Like, I made it. I said I was going to make it and I made it. Like, it's crazy. Not many people do. And that's really sad. Instead of that, he just like focused on fucking having hair as a privilege.
Because that's not why he shaved his head.
Which even like bald motherfuckers are going to be like, okay, dog, you're being crazy. Like, we make a joke on this broadcast about like how, being follically disabled. Like we call, bald people follically disabled. But it's just crazy.
But the truth is, he cut his hair. It's not going to grow back as thick because I'm absorbing it. I absorb my haters'
no, don't
hair.
do it. Don't do it to
my
him.
hair. Every time, dude, my hairline gets lower and lower, dude. I'm going to be like, I'm not going to have a forehead by the time this shit's over.
Oh, no. All right.
It's time. I bought my parents a crib. I bought my parents cars. I purchased things for everyone, I bought great assets. But it's time for me to really focus on myself and become the best version of myself.
This year does feel kind of different. I don't know why.
Absolutely,
it feels like a big year.
So real quick, the baldness has nothing to do with the Tate bet or deal.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The Tate putting it into my head, my mental that like, hey, like it's this guy's crazy. He put stuff into my head. He made me really believe like, you know, you need to be the best version of yourself. You have so many people who watch you on a daily basis. And, you know, you have people that really are studying what's going on with you and everything on the internet. And if you show your viewers that you're changing and you know, following things you're saying, making
like that's such basic fucking advice, and it's not even bad advice. You can't deny that, right? It's like if you have a responsibility as a content creator to your audience to like present your best, you know, present yourself in a way that is you know, good, right? And self-improvement is a good thing. If you are engaging in self-improvement, then your audience will be also motivated to, all those kids that look up to you will also be motivated to improve themselves. Yeah. This is something I do all the fucking time. This is something I believe in myself personally, okay? So I do not disagree with that take. It's just that, like, going bald for it is kind of fucking stupid. And not only that, but also, like, the guy saying it also has a bunch of other ways that he presents himself that I don't think is a good way to present yourself.
Donate money to gambling addiction. That'd be awesome.
Or I mean that you're right about that. Or like, you know, don't fucking present yourself as like a misogynistic sex trafficker for clout, which is like
and it is clout. Like I saw that photo on Twitter of him like in the chair, bald, whatever, solidarity with Andrew Tate. It had like over 200,000 likes. So he knows that like the clout and attention comes with it, and these guys. They ignoring the fact that they're fucking running defense for a criminal rapist human. Like he is as bad as it gets.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's unforgivable. I really fucking can't believe Adin Ross is doing this.
Yeah, I've given him advice in a similar vein multiple times. It's just that like, but the difference is like, I'm not like, I don't have the cultural signifiers of like a successful alpha male because like I have leftist opinions, so like automatically I'm a pussy. You know what I mean?
Just tell him you just need to call him and be like, "Yo, dude, you got to get out of bed in the morning and fucking."
But that's what it is.
You should exercise an hour a day and make sure you're making your bed. Make sure your room is clean. And he'd be like, "Oh, daddy is fuck." The thing is, you got to charge him for that. That's how you get people to care.
Yeah, exactly.
Making promises and you know following through, then it's going to change the way your viewers look at you and the way your viewers also treat themselves and live their life, which is true.
Have you thought about this prior to having that exchange with Tate? Like, have you?
The way I live my life has this effect on my viewers, while also being like, I'm totally cool spending all day on steak.
Yeah,
like he's so he's like acknowledging.
No, he recognizes it, but not in the ways that you would like every human being that is an adult would recognize it. That's the problem. Yes.
You ever thought about this prior? Were you ever thinking like this?
Luckily, I wasn't, bro. To be honest, I'm very comfortable. I'm very lazy. I'm a naturally lazy person. That's why I quit smoking weed. And I said this before: smoking weed. You could smoke weed if you can, you know, be very, you know, productive, but I can't. I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy person as it is, so I have to get out of my comfort and go crazy. You know what I mean? I have to really do what I want to do.
I think this should be good now. Speaking
test.
You recommend that we do it too?
I think you should do. I think you should go bald, Steiny. I think you should hit the gym. Steiny,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like hit the gym. Yes, great idea, but like. The dumbest part about this is just symbolically going bald. Like that's so fucking stupid.
Because
it makes no
sense.
sense.
He's lying about why he did it. That's why.
You're right. It just makes no fucking sense.
And I like how nobody's like, that makes no fucking sense, dude. He's just lying about it.
I mean, even they're like making fun of him a little bit.
A lot of people don't like you, bro, and you know it makes me upset because I see TikToks and stuff. I scroll. I'm like,
do that.
Why don't they like this guy? He seems so nice.
Steiny's jokes.
But why don't they like him?
I think they don't get my troll sometimes, and it comes off as like cocky when I'm joking. But bro, that's changing in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not trolling no more?
No, I'm still trolling, but you're going to see a lot of love.
So in 2023, you're about to be more laid out a little bit.
Yeah, more laid out and hopefully more loved.
Okay. Appreciate you do that too, Adin, right? Like a lot of the shit you do is like trolling too, right?
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, he says, kind of want to move back home. I miss living with my pops. My best friend. Love this man for life. Made me who I am today. Happy birthday, OG. Look who responded. Happy birthday to the OG.
What the fuck?
Not a good year.
You see, he has the best friends, doesn't he?
Bro, not a good year. Not a good year for dudes who have just been like awful to women in criminal ways.
I think when you become friends with Adin Ross, terrible things happen.
It's just like
so funny. Hey, say what you will about Adin Ross, but he surrounds himself with the best people. And that's what we love.
Just
about
like
him.
so many. Look, if some of your most famous podcast guests have like gone to or are about to go to jail for whether it be sex trafficking or shooting a beloved, cherished female musician in the foot, you know, maybe you gotta reconsider some things. All right. You looking at a tweet from 8 months ago, man? I know someone sent it.
No,
because
it's good. This is good. I was looking for receipts.
Ethan was wondering what Aiden's relationship with his father is. That's why.
Yeah, I wanted dad receipts. Are his parents divorced? I'd like to know.
I don't know, but it doesn't look. I don't know.
I need a psychological profile.
I don't know what his like background looks like, but
I want to know how these men.
But he does want. Broken. He is wanting for a positive male role model in his life.
Why? That's what I'm saying. It's just why are these men, these young men, so starved for this male role models? Like what's in society? I would assume it's something in the family growing up that would leave that. I mean, I know like in general, being a man, there's a lot of, leaves you deprived of a lot of basic shit. Like I'm raising 2 boys and I see how my dad treated me when I was a kid. There's less affection, there's less love, there's less hugging, there's less kissing, there's less saying you love them. I see how affectionate I am with my boys. And so I don't know if that has something to do with like societally, like men just are starved for some kind of, but I don't know if it's a general thing or a family thing. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I legitimately have no perspective on this because I'm like too, I guess, young, not young, but like too inexperienced in that field to comprehend it.
Like your last caption too, I saw or the Joe Biden tweet.
Yeah, bro. People really took that seriously.
That's a full-on troll, right?
Of course, bro.
People are so dumb; they actually like think
believe
that's
it.
serious.
It's crazy,
and it gets so many different people talking, tweeting back to you.
Yes, bro.
Welcome to the Ethan Klein Show. Let's pull up that prolapse here. Hey guys, did you hear about the NRA? Apparently, they're decent people, and you know we just have different opinions on things. Did you guys hear about Vatican City?
Every time, bro.
Can't walk away with me, bro.
I know.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah. The only thing you should be doing is serving the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour, by the way, Ethan.
Go ahead.
But if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By
Super Troopers, use that Prime.
Connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month.
Why are people saying 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10? What is
because this community decided democratically to basically keep serving the ads as like a debate, as a segue. Cam Grants, Camely.
Oh, what's up, Cam?
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Cam Grants, of course, from the podcast.
Gravy, thank you for the 5.
Cam.
Thea 44, thank you for the 5. They rate my segues if it like caught them off guard. It's like a 10-10. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's cool.
If it wasn't like that entertaining or unique, they hit.
They seem torn. I see lots of 10s and lots of 0s.
Lady Kanoran, thank you for the 5 get the subs. This one was all right, I think. And then we have a bot in the chat that compiles all the numbers.
Oh, for real? That's awesome.
Yeah, and then spits out the average.
I will say the plugins for Twitch are great.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So I'm curious, what's the...
Hasan's fanboy Masseuse got a fist, and Lady Kanoran, they give the 5 get the subs. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Oh, you know how it is, Kyle. Like it's just like they eat up like those controversial like tweets and stuff. I'm obviously joking.
So when you're typing that shit, you're just laughing. I'm just gonna piss so many people off.
Yes.
Like what?
It's hilarious because they fall into it every time. The trap.
Yeah.
Like hey, like
he's just talking about how he like is trolling or he like is pretending to be stupid, which
he does that.
He definitely does that. Like,
but I also think he's covering up for actually how dumb he is.
For sure. All right, let's see what the top of the hour bot gave this one.
But it's smart the way he does it actually. So
let's see. The last one was 6.83. Let's see what this one got. It'll compile it in a second.
Hey, this one.
But what he's talking about here is about asking a pardon from Joe Brandon or Donald Trump to pardon Andrew Tate.
Like you guys are really quote tweeting me, sending me death threats, saying crazy stuff. I go to their Twitter profile and I just see. I'm not gonna say it on here. I don't want to. You know what I mean? But I think you know what I'm talking about. Whenever you go to Twitter, the people that really say crazy stuff about you, they'll have some specific stuff in their bio, and they're the weirdo. They are the weirdos.
I defend a sex trafficker, but I draw the line at describing Twitter avatars.
No, he's talking about leftists. 6.19. That's what this last one got.
Oh, that's a bit low. I thought it wasn't that bad.
I mean, they're used to just like really good ones. You know what I mean? The worst part about what people say, the worst part about what people like, Adin, when they fucking chirp about like Twitter losers, I get so mad because like I chirp about Twitter losers all the fucking time. Yes, there is a toxic sludge that a lot of motherfuckers on Twitter, especially on the left, like to swim in. It's not because they're fucking trans. It's because they're miserable, narcissistic, delusional weirdos, okay? But he doesn't get the shit on them, and he's not even shitting on them from that perspective. He's shitting on them because they're like, oh, the they, them pronouns in the bio people. But like he's probably,
But Adin, you know why they're like not happy that you're defending Andrew, right? Like that's not.
But he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't
right?
care. It's just like left, right, and this is a way to declare whether someone is left or someone is right. That's what it is.
Like here's an example. If I tweeted out free Ghislaine Maxwell, everyone's gonna know that's a joke. But let's change it up. Let's say I'm friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. I hang out with her regularly. We talk. I care about her. She calls me first thing in the morning to encourage me to get out of bed. And I'm tweeting out, let's free Ghislaine Maxwell. It's not really a joke, is it?
Yeah. If you're like, cosplaying Ghislaine Maxwell out of your love for her.
I think we should free her, by the way.
Wait, what? What the fuck?
We gotta hook her up with Andrew Tate. She'd be a great top.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Tate also did have a Ghislaine Maxwell style top
It
G.
seems like he had two top
She had like a top lady pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was like also involved in the coercion.
They got arrested too. It's awesome.
People that are a little more like anonymous. Or
it's just more like these Twitter people, they have no lives and they're literal weirdos. They're all the same pages. They all think they know what they're talking about. They're all stupid.
Yeah. Have you been swatted the most out of like all these streamers?
I think as of right now, I've gotten swatted the most. It stopped, thank God. I found a way, to make sure that when it does happen or if it's happening, we have it right away. We're already like, on it.
University killer out
it's,
here.
And then the biggest part is not reacting to it, not giving it any type of reaction, videos, any type.
Because then the person's gonna keep doing it.
Exactly. That's
Was
what
it
they
the
want.
same person?
Yeah, this was really fucking dumb. Like, straight up, there's an unspoken rule among streamers that Adin violated, which was like, intentionally publicizing his swattings and then literally talking to a swatter. It's just like silly.
Every time?
I think it was the same.
When you put out a video
every
like,
time.
please guys, please stop swatting me. Please,
they're
I'm
just
begging
gonna do
you.
it so much more. You know what I mean?
Didn't you talk to the kid live on stream?
I thought it was him, but that wasn't him. That was just somebody trolling. That wasn't actually the person who swatted me.
So you're an idiot, but you.
And again, people were like, Adin, but if you thought that was, why weren't you going crazy on him? Like, this is obviously
You're literally rewarding your swatter.
Twitch has such a crazy system. Like, I have to be very careful with what I'm saying. I can't dox him. I can't release any information, his Discord.
Don't do that.
Any of his names or anything like that. Like, I have to be extremely careful on Twitch. It's very, you have to be very careful. It's like walking on glass.
Why do you think people are after you all the time for that? Like, why do you think you're popular to get swatted?
Man,
He's big on Twitch.
No, I know he's big on Twitch, but there's other big Twitch streamers. They're just not as attacked.
I would say the reactions. Yeah.
There you go. He's right.
No, if you're big on Twitch, you definitely still get attacked though. I know what I know the angle. I know the angle that Bradley's going for here, but like it's just a part of the fucking platform. It's unacceptable. It sucks.
He wants to hear that he's like being targeted by.
Yeah.
But the truth is, people that swat are like nihilists. They don't give a fuck about politics or anything. They're just little.
Usually they have a right wing slant though. A lot
I would
of them.
say, yeah, I would say, but like. I remember they're like, no more black people or we're going to keep swatting you, like Adin Ross.
Yeah.
First of all, I fucking guarantee you those people do not give a fuck.
Yeah, they're just like being racist trolls for attention. That's usually what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I know other streamers have gotten swatted. I know Kai's gotten swatted. I know some Fortnite streamers have gotten swatted. I think Nadia got swatted. I think, I don't know, bro. I think it's just the way I react to it. They love the reaction. They love that little 10 seconds of fame,
Yeah.
So that's all it is, bro, to be honest. Stop reacting to that shit, it'll stop happening.
So back to the Tate shit. Have you been in contact with anyone on that side or anything since the fucking arrest went down?
Nah, man, I haven't. And you know, it's crazy what's going on right now. I spoke on a Twitter space about it, and you know, I'm this is where I'm at on it, man. You know, it's how do you say it? He's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I am. Tate, everywhere. I know you guys have met him too. I'm gonna let you guys speak on.
They continue to rely on this, like, hey, we got to wait and find out. Like, at a certain point, dude, the body of evidence against him, and he said
he's gonna be like sentenced to prison, and they're still gonna be like, we gotta wait and find out.
We gotta see what happens with the appeal.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
I mean, shut the fuck up. You got to accept. You can't say, "Oh, I have so much responsibility as a streamer," and then like, "Oh, well, innocent until proven guilty," which is true, but like in his case, this motherfucker did that shit.
Well, there's also basically confessions, right? Like there are confessions of Andrew Tate, but I mean, someone in the chat also pointed this out. There's a great analog here with like Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was criminally charged, and people still don't believe it. They think like the system is corrupted by, you know, some crazy influence, and you know, the record labels are involved, and like they have the DA actually like. They're manipulating the DA into putting an innocent black man in jail. Like, it's just crazy.
How long did he get sentenced for?
The sentencing, I don't think has happened yet. The sentencing
is
hearing,
he in prison right now? Or
he is. Yeah, he's awaiting sentencing if I'm not mistaken. But it's 16 years, I believe. At least.
He got 16 years.
He shot someone with a weapon.
Holy
you know what I mean?
Fuck. That's actually insane. Because
like,
he's popping right now. His career was, you know.
His career definitely was on the up and up from quarantine radio, which I didn't even realize because I thought he was like not that poppin' at all. But it turns out he was actually on an upwards trajectory.
Maybe he'll drop some music from prison.
Yeah,
be a vibe.
I mean, he did that already. He released an album right before this trial came out, and Chauncey, who's brilliant, love his commentary. Said he did it to like take care of his family, knowing that he's most likely going to go to jail. So he did it to like take care of his loved ones ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like that's, which I think is you know, no matter how fucking awful of a human being you are, I think that is the right thing to do regardless. Like it was good that he did that.
Prison music slaps though, bro. Have you heard this one of ODB? He recorded it on like some shitty recorder in prison.
No.
Slaps,
we're doing ADHD. We're getting back on subject.
Your experience meeting him. When I met him, bro, he's
I'm the same as you. I gotta keep it on track.
Open arms. Me and my whole entire crew, like literally all of us.
This.
And we would talk, like basically off camera for hours and hours and hours about real shit, just real motivational life shit. And he's just,
you know what?
Like I said, bro, he's
and also
he,
like
to me,
the fact you think
to anyone who's personally met him,
he's
I've never heard someone say anything bad about him. He's just very genuine.
He's chatting to you like one of his fucking girls that he's sex trafficked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He professionally convinces people he cares about them.
Yeah, I mean,
to use them.
I think, like I said this before, and people got very mad at me, but like I do think he's like kind of groomed Adin Ross a little bit.
Not even a joke. He's talking to him after hours on the phone. That's literally what he does to his girls. And Adin Ross is very fucking useful to Andrew Tate. I mean, without a doubt. How much does he do for him? His public perception, you know, promoting his dumbass fucking university. I mean, the kid even flew out to Europe or wherever he met him. I don't know where it was. They met. It was
Dubai.
So they flew out to Dubai and like made content with him. I mean, it's mental. He is such a fucking little patsy for him.
Yeah, and I don't think he like recognizes that.
Like a guy, man. No, like when I met him, he's super chill. Nothing like, you know, nothing that people portray him to be. I really like him. Brad obviously really
cool, man.
Yeah, I think he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
He was cool as fuck with us.
It's just more of a thing, man. It's like it sucks I heard that, what's happening right now.
And at a dinner party.
You know, I mean, and, you know, I was watching Kyle. You tweeted out that video. We were like Tate predicted it.
Mm-hmm.
And you really like called it, like what's happening. It's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Do you think there's ever a point where
this man,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Sitting there lovingly talking about.
Well, it's not even. That's not even. We already established that they're gonna fucking glaze him up, right? But what's fucking like insane is or hilarious even is the reality that like they're like, oh, he called it. Like they were gonna come after him. It's like, motherfucker, he knew what he had done. He had talked about it openly multiple fucking times. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, is this new shit?
Yeah, new information has come out. Here's some Romanian news, okay? This is like literally new information emerged from the case in which millionaire brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested for human trafficking. The two influencers out there have forced their victims to tattoo themselves with their names, and the security employees would have always stood with their guns in sight in order to intimidate the women. In transcripts, Andrew Tate tells how he used women to launder money. Jesus. The news about the arrested Tate brothers also reached Afghanistan, and the Taliban are demanding his release. Best. Yeah.
The fucking Taliban.
The Tate brothers victims told prosecutors that, I mean, this is cult shit. Like, this is straight up grooming, manipulation, straight up fucking cult shit. Like, you see this in cults all the time.
I mean, cult implies they're willing participants.
No, Nixium did this exact same thing.
They
it was
were
also a
they
sex
were
cult.
willing
No,
to a point.
No, but it doesn't matter because after a certain point, the manipulation is so thick that, like, even if you, like, willingly join the cult, you're still getting raped in the Nixium sex cult.
I agree, but I don't think these women are. I think these women are not wanting. They're being captive, like they're prisoners. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, is the VOD gone? Is that what's happening or no? Oh God.
Your VOD, this one?
Yeah. Okay. No, it's not. All right. That's just FossaBot. Never mind.
What does that mean? Delete your VOD while you're streaming?
If it gets like mass reported, sometimes they like pull it up, but it's fine. It's not deleted. Is
that a problem when the VOD?
No, it's fine. It just means that like people were mass reporting it for no reason, oftentimes. But it's okay. All right, let's continue. But
actually, I saw. So this is a translation of a Romanian press release about the investigation, and it's quite good.
Okay, we'll pull it up in a second. Let me keep going through this while you're looking for it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Prosecutors obtained wiretaps in which Andrew Tate recounts how he broke the law and took advantage of women. Andrew Tate, you're not stupid, and you can probably guess how I make so much money. I have to hide what I'm really doing.
Whoa.
Webcam. I've been doing this for a long time with a team of girls working on video chat. The company was fake, but this is how I laundered my dirty money. What? Some of the girls who worked for me, I used them to do other things, to move money on or illegal things, documents. I will never do that with you.
Fuck?
The humiliation of the victims did not stop there. This motherfucker literally got wiretapped and he just admitted everything. Holy shit.
I love, dude, this investigation was going on for a long time. The fact that they had him wiretapped
9 months,
says it all. So, like, people act like it's this big conspiracy. Holy fuck. He is so, like, you cannot. These people will have no plausible deniability. I mean,
you know what's crazy? I called this element as well, by the way, on Leftovers. Remember when we were talking about this shit? Like, you and I were literally saying, like, I mean, that's crazy.
Wait, what? What did you call?
What is this? Miss Rebecca Black?
Oh, yeah. She got him so good. I retweeted that.
I was 13. This man is 36. Oh, my God. Yeah, of course, bro. What do you mean?
This alone. This man is not qualified to be anyone's role model. Like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I see this, it's like it lives in my brain. Like, it has a permanent space.
It's your girl. We use that soundbite sometimes.
Yeah, I could get you in the back seat. Like, it just
the way he lowers his voice.
Yeah. Oh God. All right. I guess we're gonna have to play it real quick.
Yeah. It's
reply. I'm the type of guy. Bitches on the side. I'ma spend the money. We can spend a little time.
Here, this is the
That's
leftovers.
the other flip side of massive corruption.
Listen. I think his narcissism will be his downfall. His constant need to be in front of the camera and be like the main guy to put a face to all the operations that are happening behind the scenes.
Right.
Openly talking about his ownership on multiple casinos in Romania that are. Dude, look how much skinnier you are.
I was thinking that too. I look fat.
Look how much skinnier you are now, motherfucker.
What was
Jesus
the date
Christ.
on that podcast?
This was months ago. Literally working that are not even, successful financially, and keeping them open, keeping them running exclusively to like fuck over other casinos in the neighborhood. Like you can't do that unless you got some big financiers, some big backers, and casinos are a great way to launder money. Obviously, there's a lot of cash that is being traded in that on the floor there. So
I think a lot of what you're saying is right on. He's so public and he's so into being this guy. Like the whole Hustler University thing, like you didn't even need to do that. Like you didn't need to be a public figure, you know what I mean? But yeah,
by the way, don't show your phone on stream, like the camera angle. Just making sure. Yeah, sometimes.
Find this post, but it thinks I used to.
Well, Anyway, the humiliation of the victims did not stop there. Investigators have obtained shocking statements from women who were allegedly recruited by the Tate brothers. They told that they were forced to get tattoos with the message owned by Tate, meaning Tate's property. The Tate brothers' lawyers says, however, that the women that got the tattoos on their own initiative. Ian Gliga, the lawyer of the Tate brothers, I would understand this gesture made by the respective persons as a gesture intended to make themselves as pleasant as possible by the Tate brothers and at no time was a question of conditioning or coercion to make such a gesture, and it was out of their free will. Forensic psychologist Gabriela Groza says human traffickers are people who have more pronounced psychopathic traits. They don't feel remorse. They don't feel regret. They either blame the victims, disregard them, or place the responsibility elsewhere. Andrew Tate has become one of the most famous people on the internet. Before he was arrested, he was making the rounds on shows and podcasts and often talked about how satisfied he is with the corruption in Romania, which is true. The Tate brothers' attorneys say that all of the DIICOT allegations are false and that the victims allegedly produced pornographic material to make money for them.
By the way, I love that thing. Being a cam girl is basically like the most self-supportive. You don't need a third party to be a cam girl.
but there are a lot of like services, like managerial services that exploit even OnlyFans girls as well. Even though you're right, it's like literally the most like you can gain the highest level of autonomy.
Yeah, don't give anyone a cut of your shit, bro.
Yeah,
especially when you're the product.
This is the male version of being obsessed with a serial killer. Wait, what? Dude, this is like one of the most fucking. Oh, you mean for the fans? Yeah. No, I get it.
You almost went off.
Yeah, I almost was about to pop off and be like, dude, what the fuck? This is
get out. Fuck you.
This is like literally newsworthy, is what I was going to say.
Damn, I can't find this post. What the fuck?
It's okay. Let's get back.
Maybe so can't fuck with him anymore.
This is what you just said.
Man, that's like a really good question to ask because it's like. I don't know I don't even know what's gonna happen to him, bro. Like I don't know like how it's so
we gotta wait and see too.
Gotta wait and see.
Because like you can't just. I mean, the internet's so fucked now. You really can't believe anything. We just gotta wait and see what happens.
So I don't know if you guys. I did a pod with H3 yesterday.
This is big.
But I have a question about this. Do you guys have you ever looked at his website where he was talking about what like prior to I don't know the other stuff he was selling, but he was on his website talking about his process of getting women for the cam girl thing.
Yeah.
I think the CIA in my chat found the thing that you were unable to find.
Oh, what the fuck? How'd you guys find? Yeah, read
because
that.
I have the fucking CIA in here, bro.
You chatters are
dude, there's 54,000 people in here.
So
awesome. It's so good. They pull shit immediately.
So read this. This is really good.
This case is literally here's what the Romanian authorities are saying about Andrew Tate. This case has literally nothing to do with his online presence or with Greta Thunberg. Him and his brothers were detained by DIICOT, which is an anti-terrorist law enforcement agency that investigates organized crime. Where is this from?
Apparently, it's a translation from a Romanian press release.
Okay. Well, I did all the press releases. I covered all the press releases, but okay. The charges are sex trafficking, involvement, organized crime, and sexual assault. That's true. The DICOT have proof that Tates were holding at least 6 women hostage against their will, 4 Romanian, 1 Moldovan, 1 from the U.S., and they were forcing them to produce pornographic content against their will. That's also true. They were using the lover boy method. We talked about that. At least one of them accused Tate with rape. 2 women were helping them recruit and what is this? Abusing these girls, and both were arrested on the same night. That's also true. One of them was a cop. Yeah, there was a police that Andrew Tate was also a female police officer that Andrew Tate was also working with simultaneously.
He probably thought he was untouchable, but
yeah, that's part of the reason why I think he thought he was untouchable, because also if you are working with the Romanian mob, like you kind of do have a degree of protection, I would say, from the law.
He brought way too much heat, right?
Yeah.
He attracted the big fish.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm.
Enforcement that like the mob can't get around.
Exactly. It was a former cop. Yes, she was a cop, and then I think was recently a former cop.
Crazy.
Their lawyer tried to contest their arrest twice, but was rejected both times. DICOT says they're facing at least 15 years of prison time. So yeah, this has nothing to do with the woke left trying to censor him or the Matrix. It was a serious crime investigation. Additionally, DICOT has released footage from the raid. We saw this. See their car collection. We saw this as well, which will be used to pay the expenses for the investigation and the operation.
That's awesome.
And reimburse the victims.
Love that.
Before the Tates moved to Romania, they'd been under investigation with the same charges by the British authorities, but they had been released due to some technicalities which were used to disprove the reliability of the victim statements, which, by the way, there was another report that came out of England recently that showed that the British forces, the British police force, had flubbed hundreds of rape and sexual assault investigations. That's oftentimes reducing it to nothing or even victim blaming, like regularly. Hundreds in England and Wales, according to a report recently released to The Guardian, showed that English and Wales authorities had regularly ruined sexual assault, sexual harassment, and rape investigations.
Or just like malicious?
I think it's more so just about like they're just bad, and it's a product of. I think it's criminal negligence, and it's definitely a product of patriarchy.
I was really sad to hear that he was being investigated for rape in England.
Here it is.
If they would have nabbed him, none of these fucking people.
Yeah, exactly. Scathing
victimized.
report condemns police in England and Wales for victim blaming
That's
in rape
fucked
cases.
up.
Examination exposes failure to track repeat suspects and botched investigations by struggling forces. Part of it is because they say that they're defunded. And in England, they actually do have a funding issue with police. It's not like the United States when they say, oh, they defunded us or whatever. But the independent operation, because that was like literally a big point of contention. Even the Labor Party was like, we need to put more money into our detectives and like our police force. But of course, Tories are going to be fucking Tories.
80,000 rapes.
Yeah. This was called Operation Soteria Bluestone, launched by the government after a catastrophic fall in rape prosecutions. Also paints a picture of an overworked, traumatized, and inexperienced police workforce in England and Wales, which are struggling to cope with an increase in rape reports after years of austerity. The report, whose findings have been accepted by the Home Office, analyzes 80,000 rape reports across 5 forces, including deep dives into police data, and reveals detailed discussions with officers. Is one of the first times academics have been given access to such a range of police records and have worked with select forces to understand how investigations proceed.
This makes sense how that case was flubbed, because I was reading that and I was like, how did they fucking like mess this case up? But it sounds like a systemic issue. That's fucked up and very sad.
Here it is. Ministry of Justice said most recent data showed significant improvements 18 months after the government's rape review into rape prosecution crisis. The MOJ said police referrals to the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, were up 95%, cases charged up by 2/3, and the number of cases reaching the court up 91% compared to the quarterly averages of 2019. So now they're like actually getting a little bit more, they're getting their shit in order, I guess. But in 2019, there were 2,000 prosecutions, the lowest level on record.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Tate thanks
Here's another one. The report, and yes, Vice also did a report on this, but like it literally pairs up with what the fuck we're talking about here. Okay,
that Vice one is really disturbing.
Yeah, we watched it on stream before. But I remember reading this article after the Vice report or during the Vice report while we were looking at it, where they basically say the officers lacked specialist understanding, and while some didn't rely on inaccurate perceptions of victim credibility, the overwhelming direction of travel was still reliant on inaccurate understandings of victims and offenders. Like, oh, you went back there. Why'd you go there? Boom.
Right.
You're guilty, like you were asking for it. It stated, at worst, officers demonstrated explicit victim blaming and a lack of belief in the victim, which impacted on the subsequent investigation.
You know what's funny? He moved to Romania because they have like rape laws, but maybe he was better off in England. By the sound of it.
For example, victim credibility was often focused on and used to either close or not investigate cases within some forces. Academics also found serving officers who don't think that sexual offenses should be a priority for policing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was opinions held by men.
Some stated that they believe that most reports of rape are just examples of regretful sex, or that if victims presented additional issues, this is a huge one, mental health problems or alcohol substance misuse, then this was the victim's problem and the legal system was not obligated to safeguard them, states the report. Oh, you were drinking, you were asking for it. You were on drugs, you were asking for it. Anyway, but this is a lot of this stuff is everything this person is saying is like a great translation from Romanian news outlets, which we have covered extensively on this broadcast thus far. I thought that there was going to be something new here, but
I guess it was all.
Recently, this one was interesting. The daughter of a Romanian politician revealed that the Tates had been trying to recruit her and her underage friends when they were 15 to 17 years old, constantly bombarding them with Instagram DMs and trying to invite them to their house and sending them pictures of their cars. Given her father's position, there are slim chances that she would publicly would publicly go after such a high-profile celebrity with false allegations, since that would compromise her father's position and credibility too. The reason why I censored the words is if you want to copy paste the text. Dicot says there have been conversations from an unnamed online app where Tates were discussing their organized crime group and everyone's role in it, which is full of incriminating evidence. I mean, he's too stupid to hide his fucking tracks because he was fucking literally openly talking about it. Yeah.
He thought he was.
The victims went through psychiatric evaluation and their statements were accepted by the judge as reliable testimonies on the trafficking allegations. One of the women arrested as a part of their trafficking organization actually tried to sell them out a while ago to a news agency. The journalist posted the conversations they had with her, but in the end, she didn't go through with it. Now people are hoping she will make a deal with Dicot and testify against the Tates in exchange for her freedom.
So, I mean, look, there's no doubt. You know what I mean? There's no let's wait and see. Just coward. It's just cowardice. Straight up. Cowardice.
I think look, I'm not even going to be charitable here. I think that it's just like fucking insane to defend this person after they have been arrested by the anti-terrorism unit. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking psychotic for sex trafficking, especially when paired up with the reality that, what is this? More info on Tate accomplices.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit. I had not seen this before.
They
this is
cropped
new.
them out. His girlfriend and ex-cop accomplice. Smiling. She's all good back there.
Yeah, this is the ex-cop. Yeah. So the thing I was going to say is, and this is not charitability. It's fucking objectively fucked up to do this and not actually even like conduct additional research into the matter before you fucking decide to dick ride a person who is currently in jail for sex trafficking. Okay. However, having said that, I think part of it, and we need to understand how misinformation works. We need to understand how biases work. Part of the reason why Adin Ross and many, millions of fucking kids online don't even, they continue maliciously riding Andrew Tate is because, one, partially because, they are also, this is a byproduct of the patriarchy. They also like Andrew Tate for his violent misogynistic perspectives. Okay. But the other part of it is they don't even see this information. This information does not reach them. Okay. When this information reaches in front of them, whether it be a clip that you clipped from this stream and put it on TikTok and it actually ended up, getting in front of them, they are already geared by a million different echo chamber articles that actually say the exact opposite. I and people like myself who cover Andrew Tate are seen as villains already. We are not a part of the in-group. We are a part of the out-group. No matter what amount of evidence I can present in this regard, most people are not even like conditioned into looking at this in a charitable way. They just see it and go, oh, you're just like a gay, soy face, bitch, homosexual who fucking hates Andrew Tate because you don't have a Bugatti and you're a brokey.
Because you don't fuck.
Yeah. And that is literally what it is. It's like there's these echo chambers that are pumping all of this information into willing participants who already have the cognitive bias, who are already geared into believing Andrew Tate's like infallibility and innocence, partially because they like that he is a rampant, violent misogynist. You know what I mean? So they will literally never, like, they don't even see it. They don't even see this shit.
You're right.
They will never see this shit.
Yeah,
no matter how much I cover it.
I don't know. I mean, you're right. I know you're right, but I feel like they gotta know. You know what I mean? They gotta know that this dude did it. Like, somewhere in the back of their mind, I feel like they're afraid of their audience, and they gotta know that there's a good chance he fucking did all that.
Yeah, Andrew Tate has been pictured occasionally in the back of a police van alongside his angels after their arrest as part of the probe. The influencer 36 was seen behind bars as he was escorted to the Romanian detention center on Thursday evening after the surprise raid of a 600,000 pound concrete bolt hole on the outskirts of Bucharest. Pictured alongside the millionaire in the van were Luana Radu and Georgiana Nagel, who are accused of luring women to the compound and then coercing and controlling them to create social media pornography. The images taken by the local news site Gondul show Tate dressed in a black hoodie on the one side of the van, next to Nagel, his alleged girlfriend of 1 year, who in turn was sat next to Radu, a former policewoman. There it is. It's my brother working on power tools outside, by the way. Don't get freaked out.
Wow.
Radu was previously based at a police station in central Bucharest, but quit the force 8 years ago. Oh, I was wrong. I thought she quit recently to pursue a career working in video chat rooms, which attract men from all around the world and have become a lucrative industry in Romania. Nagel, 28, who is a U.S. citizen, is described as a businesswoman and an influencer who is believed to have been dating Tate for almost a year. The group, along with Tate's brother Tristan, have been locked up since Thursday after a court agreed to extend their detention by 30 days. The brothers have been organizing their own New Year's Eve party in a 48-room mansion they own in the mountain village of Kilmarnock before their sudden arrest. Tate bought the stunning century-old property 80 miles north of Bucharest, which features an underground car park, a swimming pool, a year ago.
This crazy, the real evil. That's his girl?
That's his, like, it's your girl.
It's your girl.
It's your girl. This is his new digs.
Oh, that's nice. He got a... let me see that. Let's see. I mean, he's got a radiator.
That's like unacceptable, dude. That's like crime against humanity, having to shit in that. Oh, God.
That's how people in Asia shit. Like, that's...
Motherfucker, that's how I shat, too, when I was younger in Turkey.
That's just the way it goes.
It's a human rights violation.
I've never shit like that.
Trust me, you don't want to.
I went to Thailand, and whenever I saw like that, I held it. But clearly, it's very fat phobic to have toilets like that,
brother.
Because a fatty ain't no way they.
I'm telling you, every time I see one of these things, I get fucking PTSD from my childhood.
Don't you?
No, I do not.
No, but somebody got to miss the hole and shit all over.
And I hate when fucking dummies are like, oh, I don't miss it. And you mean doesn't someone miss the pooper?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
But also, how much more cost is it to add a seat? You know what I mean? Like,
this is probably much more costly.
Think so?
This is her Instagram.
It's your girl. Let me get a picture. Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
Shooting a gun.
She's cool. She's like one of the guys.
She hasn't been posting at all recently. I wonder why.
She's
bringing the noise. Go, baby, we bringing out toys.
Oh, yeah, this is his Bugatti. Wait, is she driving the Bugatti?
If he's her main top girl.
Yeah. Top groomer.
Let's finish the
Adin Ross part of this.
You guys know if that is true? Have you seen these?
What was the process that you saw?
I don't. Again, like this is just stuff that I seen, and this is devil's advocate now at this point because the whole thing that I'm trying to see is like if he's actually convicted for sex trafficking, like it's fucked. It's going to be a really bad thing.
Of course.
So
I heard it was money laundering though.
That's what I heard too. But then somebody told me. It's just. And then again, I thought he got released. It's just so much fake news.
So yeah.
See, this is what I mean. Like, no, it's important. It's important to understand though. These motherfuckers don't see the real news. And if someone like me, which they have like a level of connection or relation to that would like allow them to like listen to my words and have a little bit more charitability, only then can I break through that fucking the matrix basically.
Well,
because
they've
dulled
through
themselves.
To Bradley apparently.
Yes.
That's crazy.
They have dulled themselves into believing it, so they're like they grab onto anything and everything they can that like is basically the opposite of the mainstream narrative. But the mainstream narrative is the fucking truth. That's it.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Tate had a website in which he wrote out like what he was doing, like, and it was I think it was almost in like a self-help version to like teach guys how to almost in a sense get girls. And again, I can't say this is 100% true because I didn't see the website myself, but I'm looking at these screenshots and there's this thing that says my job was to get women to fall in love with me. Like this is a screenshot from a website. I don't know if this was his website.
It's his website, bro.
He said literally that was my job. My job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me, to where she'd do anything I'd say, and then get her on a webcam so we could be rich together. Whether you agree or disagree with what I did, their loyalty, submission, and love for me doesn't matter. You cannot reject the results, and the results are simple. My girlfriends would do more for me than 99% of men's wives would do for them. So I don't know if this was on his actual site or not.
Well, real quick, what's wrong with that if they're legal age?
I love that. We talked about this on the pod.
This was so funny. What's wrong with that? It's like, what do you mean, dog? That's like he just described a crime. And your immediate response is, what's up with that? I don't give a fuck.
And like, by the way, this is what he wrote on his website, which is obviously going to be as charitable to him as possible. I coerced women and tricked them into sex slavery.
Not really. It wasn't really charitable, Ethan. If anything, it's just just straight up self-snitching galore over there on his website, where he like tried to teach people who paid him how to do coercive sex trafficking.
What's wrong with that? He sounds like it's just a smart dude.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, what? Bitches love him, bro. What the fuck? fucking so stupid.
This guy is the dumbest fuck. I understand why everyone hates you. Stymie, you bitch.
Okay, so that's the thing. So I was looking into this last night, and like I don't know enough about sex trafficking. I don't know enough about this to even speak on as like a professional. I'm not in that like realm. But apparently it's a type of sex trafficking called like lover boy, whereas like you get girls, you convince them to want to work with you.
You do know a lot about this, though.
I was
That's my favorite.
This is the part. This is the part where we lost our fucking minds when we were reacting to this earlier
It's like,
today.
oh, you're what are you, gay? You care about this? Did you do research for our podcast?
Dude, what the fuck, dude? Learning,
Bro,
studying?
did you seriously do research about this topic
what the
you
fuck
knew we were going to talk about?
Knowing what the fuck you're talking about, like additional details, gay.
Loser, are you a sex trafficker? You seem to know a lot about this lover boy
I'm
thing.
sorry, like, but dude, I can't believe this grown ass man is being bullied by a bunch of fucking goobers over here for like
feel
actually caring about the subject matter that they're fucking covering.
Yeah.
That millions of people are gonna watch.
Yeah, 1.5 million. God forbid somebody actually read up on a topic that you know you're going to discuss to 1.5 million people.
I just like it's so. It makes me so mad. It makes me so incredibly angry. I'm like clenching my feet right now. To just have people straight up advocate for being fucking stupid, okay? Like, oh man, it's so much better to be dumb, you fucking idiot. You're the stupid one for even learning.
And I just feel bad for Bradley because I think it was actually really brave of him to bring that in there, knowing that it was going to be not a receptive audience and not a receptive room. And of course, they gave him shit for it instead of actually engaging with what could be actually a really interesting revelation against the guy whose dick they were just riding.
You want to know why I have hive mind with my chat?
Not very full send of you, Bradley.
Did I not make that same exact joke on the podcast?
Yeah, you did.
Hive mind, literally fucking hive mind. I said that exact same thing on the podcast earlier today. I was like, that's not gonna lie, brother. That's not very full send of you, my guy.
It's just, and you know what's interesting to me is the bar so low for content on the manosphere side. Like these people are talentless, and I say that, you know, like the Nelk guys, they make some funny pranks and stuff, but this podcast is devoid of any fucking thought, any intelligence, any planning.
And there's a lot of dumb people that love it though.
The bar is so low.
They're like, nom, give it to me.
I think they're like, these guys sound like me.
Well, they sound like them, but they also have like cool toys. And
they sound like me, and they have they fuck bitches.
Yeah.
Research.
Well, because I knew we were going to come on this podcast and talk about this.
Exactly,
Bradley.
Bradley.
Like a weird,
you did your fucking job.
Apparently, it is a form of sex trafficking.
Yes,
which is
it
like
is.
You're getting a girl to fall in love with you. And if all I'm saying is if what he put on his website right there is actually true, then like it's a mission. It's self-admission to like doing that.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough, but
yeah, no, I mean, obviously the girls would have to come and say
bitch.
The same kind of shit. I mean, I'm assuming that, but then that's the thing. It gets crazy where it's like, is it just all hearsay? Because like all the other shit this guy said.
I gotta say something. The next stage of this idiocy is unironically starting to like burn people who read. Like just start doing Pol Pot shit where you're like, oh, you wear glasses, you're a fucking nerd. You know, get to the wall. Like we're a couple steps removed.
Essentially what he said.
We're a couple steps removed from it, but it's like you learn. Shut up, idiot. Like that's where we're at right now. We're just gonna move on to like just basically start criminal. I can't wait for the criminal prosecutions that come for people who are just like, you know, studying shit.
Says that they just don't like that he's saying it, or would they stack anything against him that they could anyways?
Bradley's got a
you know what I'm saying?
Statement.
So like,
I don't know.
You just don't know. Like Kyle said, you just don't know. The internet is so weird, bro. Like, we just can't have no idea what's going on. Like, I literally thought he was released at one point. You know, there's saying
a ton of news, bro.
Okay, but like this is one of those moments where like some of my haters will like see something fake about me and get mad. Like they'll be like, "Oh, dude, you didn't pay your editor or you didn't pay your producer." And then they get duped. And then when they get called out, they go, oh, well, this says a lot about society that I could believe it, though. And it's like, no, it doesn't say anything about society. It only says something about you, okay? You are the one who is looking for fake news, but you think everything else is fake news. So then you're like, well, fucking, you know, there's a lot of fake news out there, man. It's crazy. It's like, no, man, you don't have media literacy. That's the issue.
By the way, they're talking about how there's fake news everywhere. I had not read or heard anywhere that he was arrested for money
laundering.
Yeah,
Yeah, that came. I know where it came from.
Or that he was released.
It came from literally Rap TV and a bunch of other fucking fake accounts. The fact that he was released was only. The fact that he was released is basically from self-admission isn't enough. I know he admitted himself to doing, but did he really though? Nothing can be known. What the fuck,
dude? You have a guy.
There's a 9-month investigation with wiretaps. You
have a
fucking
guy
idiot.
who literally wrote on a website his crime.
Yeah,
and then he was arrested for that crime.
Nothing can be
after
known.
a
Call the
9-month
joke.
investigation. Like, what the fuck do you want, dude?
No, dude. For guys like this, their cognitive dissonance is so fucking powerful. It's the bias. It's like it's the same as like.
Okay.
No, he's saying Andrew Tate could be joking. Oh, he's saying self-admit. He's just okay. He's being sarcastic. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. We love you.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't have to
Like
leave.
you said, money
You can
laundering.
stay.
We just gotta wait and see, bro.
Yeah.
It's such a weird spot.
Let's
How
talk
long are
about
we
your
waiting,
trip in
by the way?
Dubai too.
You know what I mean?
Because
How
I
long
gotta
are
tell
we
you, bro,
waiting?
that your
When he's
stream
out
with
of jail,
Tate was
15
I watched
years
the whole
from
thing.
now.
Was probably the funniest stream I've ever
You
seen.
and Tate are very funny
It's
together.
Then they
insane,
go
bro. It's
straight
hilarious.
into
Yeah,
somebody.
they moved on from the sex trafficking immediately to like
So
how cool is
funny.
Andrew Tate?
He's
though?
so funny. He's such a great guy.
I love your
He
relationship.
honestly is such a great guy.
I love your relationship, dog. It's great.
I love the dynamic duo we have. The chemistry is
you guys
great,
are
bro.
awesome.
It's just, you know, when you see that, it's just I talked to him. Well, I talked to him. I talked to him a lot when I wasn't. There was no cameras on. You know, through we text and stuff, and we'd call and
I'm gonna
like I
actually
said, that's
listen.
I had a
gotta
gen.
I did it though. It's 4:30. I went I did the whole distance, bro. All right. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna react to the CoffeeZilla video about the Logan Paul response video, which was my favorite fucking video. I had to go back and watch that Logan Paul defense video twice because it was so good. I mean, it was so entertaining and it's just so insane. Then he dropped this ad. You guys see this? He dropped an ad for Prime the next day. Like, talk about timing. He turned off the comments for that. I feel bad for KSI, but you know what? That's what happens when you get in bed with a fucking scammer. I mean, pretty sure Dink Doink was already on the radar when they teamed up. So, I don't know. I do feel bad for KSI, though. I'm sure he's like, dude, what the fuck? But, let's see. Wait, he removed it. He removed it. Oh shit! He realized he removed his defense video. I knew this was gonna happen, right? Because Logan, he doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any. He's gonna backtrack. He's not suing anybody. He realized that this was a PR suicide, and he removed the video. Oh. Fuck, I was going to go read the comments. This is one of my favorite things to do in the day is checking on the comments. Yeah. You guys want to watch some shit? Here, check this out. Ethan, I love this. I'm just going to promote my shit. Ethan Klein channel. I'm posting videos here since the podcast is on hiatus, back January 16th, by the way. I did a video about James Charles drama, and I'm going to do a video on the Ethan Klein channel about the CoffeeZilla thing. Thank you, everybody. Love, peace, and love. Dude, Logan Paul erased his video. Yeah, he took it down.
What the fuck?
He backed out.
Oh no! I mean, the internet never forgets.
I got shocked again.
What?
I got shocked again.
Yeah, I'm glad that someone else is getting shocked, so people believe my plight.
But I knew this was gonna happen because he's like,
he should have never
suing you. I'll meet you in court, and he's like, I'm gonna erase this. People are mad at me.
I'm suing you. I'll meet you in court, but also come on my podcast.
Yeah, it's like okay.
It made no sense.
No, it makes no
it's on his other channel.
No, it's on his main channel.
It's on Impulsive.
No. He has two. He has the podcast.
He made a video.
Mike Tyson.
He deleted his reaction video.
His response is gone.
He deleted from his Logan Paul Vlogs channel,
his main channel,
where he had his response.
Yes.
He deleted that. And then he kept
up?
his Impulsive podcast. Yeah.
Okay, that would be a little too.
He deleted the 7-minute video.
Does this have sponsors on it or something?
I don't know.
Go to the description.
Maverick clothing only.
Too bad. That would have been a great time for a brand to jump on.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I do have to go. It's getting late.
Are you leaving right now?
It's 4:40. I did pretty good.
Okay.
What time did I get here?
Incredible, dude. Were you crazy?
What time did I get here?
You got here at like 12. No, we started at 12.
So we started at 12.
12:10.
That's almost 5 hours, bro.
That's crazy. Thank you so much, Ethan, for coming.
Having me, bro.
This was wonderful.
Look forward to doing a podcast together.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks. The chat was super fun and nice. Thank you guys. It was a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast we shot together. It was really fun too.
Yeah, that was really good. Fear End. You will see it on Monday. All right.
Cool.
Well, I'll look forward
Be
to your
good, bro.
CoffeeZilla.
I'll talk to you. Yeah. Me too.
I'll look forward to your CoffeeZilla response, which I will be watching on stream. How about that? I'm
Okay.
gonna watch your
I like
fucking
that.
response.
I like that. Thank
Okay.
you, bro. Thank you.
Mr. Why are you? What
you
does
gotta
Ethan want to promote? Oh, your other channel, right? You want to promote your other channel?
I already did when you were gone.
Okay, do it again.
Ethan Klein. It's just the Ethan Klein channel.
The Ethan Klein channel.
I do thanks. I just do when I'm like on break. I just post like little commentary videos.
Nice. Look at that. Andrew Tate arrested. Is your girl?
It's just fun little one-offs. I just post there sometimes.
Love it. Okay, perfect. Brandon Schaub hates free speech.
Yeah, it's just silly crap.
Okay.
You like that thumbnail I made of James?
That's great. You made that yourself? Look at
I
that.
make all the thumbnails here. It's one of my projects.
Wow. It's a really lucrative role. It's called My Boyfriend. Requirements 6'2+.
The one that I cut out that comes right after that is Big Dick. Very embarrassing for.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks, bro. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for coming on, Ethan.
It was really fun. I'm glad we did.
We are going to be continuing the wall-to-wall coverage. Oh, don't show anything. Make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to continue the wall-to-wall coverage, and we'll be looking forward
Thanks,
to
bro.
the CoffeeZilla
Appreciate
thing
that.
as
Thank
well.
you so much.
All right. Here.